All right, YouTube, let's do this. Apologies for the wait. Just making sure that my settings are good. We don't have to restart the stream like we did before, so just making sure, is the mic good? Everyone can hear me? Just want to get a confirmation from the chat. If you guys can hear me clearly, no distorting, no funny sounds. Front is good. Okay, great. Thank you for that. All right, then let's get the stream officially started. Where is the screen now? What happened? Why is it black now? Oh, there we go. All right, YouTube, welcome to another stream. It's your boy Diamond Boss. How are we all doing? I'm doing good. On this fine afternoon for me, heading into the evening, but I'm sure wherever you are we having a good evening, a good afternoon, or a good morning. And yeah, we back again with our preparations for the next season. So of course, since now we reached the master rank, obviously didn't reach master 1, but like I said, we kind of you know, are just testing out our decks in master rank. So we are preparing ourselves for the next season, because of course the meta is going to change. So that's why we are just trying out, you know, seeing how far we get in master. Even if we reach master 4, master 3, doesn't really matter. So doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's we're just testing out different Marintis builds as the season's going to end. So yeah, it will just be like pretty much a daily stream, I think. So yeah, yeah, guys, let's do this. Hope you guys are doing good. Where are you from exactly? So I'm actually from South Africa, guys. South Africa right now. It is almost 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. for me. So yeah, right in Africa, guys. So that's where I am. Good afternoon from Germany. You guys are literally above us, eh? Germany's like right there. So yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, guys, we are a big community, so I'm sure you guys from all over, I'm sure. So yeah, that's pretty nice. All good. So yeah, let's get on into this. We have a lot to digest. So yeah, someone in the chat, I think was it Blade, or was it? Yeah, it was Blade. It was asking if I do dual rooms. Are you guys interested in doing dual rooms? Like, I know normally you need a lot of people to do it. You can also try out your decks as well. See how you fare against me, I guess. I don't know, because yeah. I don't know if you South Africans, mostly from card community. Yeah, Warzone. Yeah, I'm pretty good Call of Duty fan as well. But yeah, nowadays, obviously, you know, with one thing about Call of Duty, you have to sit and commit. It's a serious grind. So yeah, sometimes you don't even have time to play Warzone. But yeah, definitely, it's obviously a fun environment. Obviously, it's a bit toxic, I would say, but yeah, it's all right. But yeah, pretty interesting. So yeah, guys, like I said, we are here. You know, again, trying out some builds. Lemushu, I see you. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, guys. We're trying out different Marintis builds in Master Rank, so let's get on to it. First game, hopefully for a nice 3-hour stream, so hopefully we can get much done. Get some games in, you know, learning the deck, of course. Learning how their meta is going to be. You know, if you can, going first, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so we're going first, but unfortunately our hand is so bad. We literally drew nothing. So our best play is literally just to maybe set the Book of Eclipse, but I don't know what they're playing because they're saying going second. So I think, yeah, let's rather set the Book of Eclipse and the Imperm to see what they're gonna do, because it seems like they are going second deck. Looks like it, but hey, we'll see. Battle phase, yeah, I suspected. What are they playing? Evening match. Yep. Oh, D shifter. Okay, interesting. D shifter. So we oh, Mike is acting up again. Okay. Like I said, guys, just let me know if at any point it's gonna be acting crazy. Then I know what to do. What are you gonna banish? Banish this Eclipse or Impermanence. Save the Imperm or the Book of Eclipse. I think we just we save the Book of Eclipse. Okay, that's fine. Good to know. In phase. Okay, they did nothing. All right, that's interesting. Wow, that's funny. We're under shifter and we're getting all the cards that are not really helpful, but okay. We'll take another book. Book of Moon this time. All right, let's see what's happening. Wait, what? What? Rank? Is it rank 8 turbo? No. Let's just take the damage. I don't know what they're playing though. Interesting. We obviously don't have a hand. Okay, there we go. There's a hand. At least we can work with this. And of course, we're under the usual maxi. Of course. When are we not under maxi? That's the good question. Okay, so we can try and do something. Let's see. Okay, so we can go slug. That's probably a call by the grave or imperm or something. Let's see. Nothing. Special summon, link off. He probably drew into an ash or imperm or something. Who knows? What? Nothing. That's a bit unusual. Okay, do we go field? No, let's go again conservative. I don't know what they're playing, so I don't want to shotgun anything. Then they have ideas. Okay. Whirl. Okay. Hey. Yeah, I just gotta join like a billion cards because I'm a mad lad like that, drawing a billion cards, so I don't mind at all. And we do have wave anyway, so I'm searching for a second one because that's how What? I feel like this guy has a broken going second hand because he's not having any interruptions. Nothing like that. Very interesting. Okay. So into this bubble reef. So the thing is, if we crash into it, it's going to resummon again. So can we kill him? Hey, I don't know, eh? I really don't know what his face down is. I don't know what is he playing because it looks like a rank 8 turbo. I don't know what he's playing. So because he made us go first, but we obviously didn't draw anything, didn't have a good hand. But then he went second, and then he had D shifter. So I don't know what is he playing. It could be that monster card that gets stronger from each. Yeah, it could be Grand Maju. It could be because literally he's drawing so many cards, but no hand trap it seems like. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because he activated part of Desires, I think, earlier. So most likely, yeah. So do I crash it or do I just let it sit there? Because the thing is, I don't want to banish more cards. So I think let's rather be conservative and do nothing. Yeah, I think let's just rather keep him on the board because it could be Grand Maju. So rather just be conservative. I know this card also has an effect to pop a card on the field, but we do have wave to negate that, so let's see what he's gonna do something. Yeah, this guy's saying I don't think he's playing hand traps at all, because there's nothing. Okay, we can try and do some interaction. Let's first flip our monster face, like let's flip it face down, but let's first make ourselves unaffected first. And then we can go Book of Moon. I don't know what he's playing, so I'm just going to be safe and do this. So maybe he has no plays after this, but oh, he probably has Kaiju's in his hand. There's a Duster, okay. So good thing we used the Book of Moon earlier. Yep, there's a Kaiju. And he's probably going to destroy it. Oh, it's a rank 8. 8 axis. Definitely 8 axis. He's probably going to go into Numeron Dragon. Yeah. He's pretty much got game here. Well, we kind of played into it, but I mean, we didn't know what he was playing, so I didn't want to take that risk. And he had the Opti Sphere Duster anyway, so I don't think it really mattered what. Hello? Oh. I was about to say, does he not have damage? Like, yeah, he does. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, because trust me, when you see an opponent saying go first, they're either Numeron or Scareclaw or in this case Ed Axis, so yeah. And to be fair, we also drew a bad hand, so again we unfortunately bricked, but it is what it is, right? You can't obviously get your hands that you want, so it is what it is. Okay, this is a hand I can work with. And we're going second, so this is already a OTK line with Cashier Ogre, Seahorse, and the Field Spell. This is already an OTK. If there's no disruptions on board, it's already an OTK. And I can show you if we hopefully have nothing with the opponent interacting, but I'll definitely show you that. You got next duel. Yeah, I feel it also. I mean, we're going second, but at least we do have interaction with the Ash, so hopefully he's not playing anything fancy like Maxi and those things. But we do have Call By, we do have Ash, so. Thunder Dragon. This is a bait. Do never take the bait for these Thunder Dragons. Wait for the one that's going to summon from the deck or graveyard or whatever. So okay, what is this one going to do? This one's going to special summon a Thunder Monster from the deck. Okay, nothing exciting yet. Okay, so he's playing Bestial Thunder Dragon. Okay. The question is, do we Ash it? I think we do, because I don't want him to get his effects off with the Dragon Roar. So let's Ash and see. Hopefully that will stop him. I hope. I don't know. Wait. Did he activate from the hand? Huh? Wait, what? How did he act? Oh, yes. I thought yeah, this was activated already in the hand. Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay, so it kind of messes up our line a little bit because this is on field. Wait, how did he get this? Oh, you already had the pistol in his hand already. Okay, so it didn't really matter actually. I'm saying sometimes it's difficult to decide when to Ash because they either have it or they were just baiting you pretty much, and I think they pretty much baited me, so it's fine. Yeah, I think we got baited. I think a lot. Ah, well, it's fine. Let's see what they're gonna put on board, but I assume Branded Beast, since yeah, Saronir will send Regain. Regain's going to be set in the end phase when Lubellium places the Branded Beast. So they actually had a pretty good turn one. Actually, they've got a pseudo Floodgate, which makes us not add cards. They've also got Branded Beast, and also they'll have Regain, so Regain will resummon the Saronir. So, I mean, in a way, it's kind of like one Floodgate and one Disruption. Wait, Crush Sheep? Crush Sheep? Is he going into Thunder Dragon Titan also? I think he is. I think he is, Yeah, he's going enough Thunder Dragons, yeah. This opponent had a great turn one. Amazing turn one. Wow. Okay. Okay. Nice. The question is, does he have a Thunder Dragon in his hand though? Because obviously the Thunder Dragon Titan is a quick effect. If a Thunder Monster's effect is activated in the hand, you can destroy a card in the field, but that must be the direct chain, so... Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, so we actually do have a little bit of play here. Let's see what our draw is. Ah, Spring Girl, okay. Okay, obviously gonna go for Ogre first, because, you know, why not? That will always be an easy disruption, easy. So I'm gonna chain block, but the thing is now he's got his Bestials online, so I need to I don't want him to have Branded Beast also online because I don't have any luxury of sending monsters from deck to grave. So I'm gonna banish the Serenia because I don't want Branded Beast to be online unless he has a Bistio in his hand already, which I don't think so because we did stop that play with the Lubellion. So I think he has a Thunder Monster in his hand. Yeah. Okay, we kind of played into that. Yeah, I see. And the thing is, this shuts off our adding from cards to hand. So now, what do we do? Do we just go Zelantis wipe? I think we just do that, eh? We can do this. We can chain block. Oh, I don't know. Can we? No, we can't. Unless he has a Thunder Dragon in his hand. Oh, wait. He has the. He might have the Matrix. Wait, hold on. Let me see something. Oh, I knew it. You know, why did I summon the Spring? I should have summoned the Seals, actually. That's right, Colossus can't die. No, I actually misplayed, actually, because I shouldn't have summoned the Spring. I should have actually summoned the Seahorse, because this is a free special summon. Okay, let's see. What is your... Oh, Max C. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. Well, yo, he's gonna have a good hand, eh? So if we banish the Bellion, you won't have access to add Bestials again. So it will turn off his Chaos Space, so that's fine. What do we do? We can't kill this because this is going to just be banishing and then activating these effects, so I don't want that. So let's just kill this. At least he's going to chain something. Because I know this is once per turn. Yeah, the Matrix. I knew he had something. I knew he had something. Because the Matrix, when it's sent to grave, adds itself. I remembered that. I was like, there's no way he doesn't have something in his hand. Because why would he summon Thunder Dragon Titan if he had nothing in his hand? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, we kind of misplayed here. Very, very, very badly. We should have summoned the Seals first and then extend into Springer. We can get Seals back. But now we decided to, for some reason, I decided to summon Springer. I don't know why I do that. I don't know. So is the game over from here? Well, at the moment, 3,100, 3,200. That is 64, 6,300. Okay, so at the moment, it's not lethal, but I'm sure he's going to have something. Oh boy, Chaos Creator. One light, one dark. What do you know? Exactly what he needs. And he can summon one of those monsters back, actually. So... yeah, this one, I think this is an L for me because I should have played a bit better. But it's fine. Remember, we're testing. You know, so... we're obviously testing against certain matchups. Because if this is going to be the meta next season, then this is how we know how to deal with Thunder Dragon, essentially. So... but to be fair, they also had a good opening turn one. And we also drew nicely as well. So... just obviously, they had the floodgate of not adding cards, so... again, kind of unfortunate, but then again, I also misplayed, so we could have done something. At least board wipe his field or do something, but it's okay. That's fine. Yo, going second. Yo, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a very long stream, man. We're gonna be going second every time. We go first, we get a bad hand. We go second, we get a god tier hand. Watch. This is a good hand going second, actually. Actually, a good hand going second. Draw and Lockbird, like to see it going first. So, going second. Ooh, opponent. No. Oh, this is gonna shut off Tri Brigade. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Unless they have Call by the Grave. But here's the thing, guys. Although Call by the Grave is gonna be targeting John Lockbird, if you have 2 copies, you can actually chain it again, so it'll actually resolve and then it gets negated. So nice, interesting interaction. It's not like Maxi where you can only activate it once per turn. So if it's in the same chain, you can just chain the other one and then it will still resolve. Even though it's going to be negated, technically. But because the second one resolved, it's fine. Although that's how I think it works, but yeah. They should be under draw, I think. Let's see if it works. But I believe we still the opponent will be under draw and awkward still. Let's see what happens. Because this will send either the Kit or the Nerval. Ideally, yeah, send Kit will send, yeah, so these players are not affected by draw, but adding cost to hand will be. So let's see, let's add something. Okay, so it does work. So you see, guys, that interaction is very important. So Jordan Lockbird, quite useful. So you can't add cards, although you use Call by the Grave. You know? Oh, Samorg, seriously? Yeah, this deck is rising now. Lyrillus Tri Brigade. Okay. Okay, so it's probably gonna go for the assembled Robin, I think, which can bounce cards to hand, I think. But we do a Book of Moon for it, so yeah. The Robin, yeah. And he's gonna, but now he can't target this card because of the Samorg. Oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Okay, Blue Tang. I'll take that. I'll take that. Damn. Okay. So some more, guys. We cannot target cards this points to with card effects. So we cannot target the Apex Avian for card effects. We can't target the Robin with card effects. And yeah, we kind of in trouble a little bit. But yeah, it's unfortunate we can't flip down Link monsters. So we can bait out this negate. Because we can, instead of using the effect on Blue Tang, like normally you activate the effect here now, we can actually trick the opponent. So let's do this. We're gonna go into Blue Slug, and then we're gonna chain block, because you want to activate the effect that you want first. So we want to activate the Excavate first, then we chain block with Blue Slug to add back. So let's see if he takes the bait. If he doesn't, then okay, that's fine. You can return to hand. That's fine. We do have the dive, so it shouldn't be an issue unless he negates. Okay, he's gonna probably negate the Apex with Apex Avian probably. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Oh, okay. So here's the thing, guys. Apex Avian negates the activation. So just like Baron the Fleur, if you have another one, you could do it again, I think. Activate it again. So we could add a second dive, but let's see if the theory works. Let's see. But now obviously you don't have a monster to summon, so I think let's just do this. This card is crazy. This Samorg is crazy. Yeah, it's not once per turn. It's infinite. As long as it has materials, you can detach materials for summon that monster return to hand. So, although the person was under draw on Lockbridge, they had enough material to summon the Samorg, and Samorg is broken. That's why it's actually banned in TCG, because it's just way too broken. Especially with summoning cards from the deck. And this card used to summon Barrier Statue. So it wasn't just Flonderies that was abusing that card, it was also this. So yeah, pretty broken, I would say. And especially the Lyrillus Tri-Brigade variant, which is quite strong. So, because back in the day, Tri-Brigade used to be quite broken in its day, but now it's kind of getting prominence again, because again the meta is changing. So now people are trying back old decks, and obviously people are not prepared for these type of old decks, so I wouldn't be surprised. What are you gonna do? I mean, we could bet out the negate. You could do that, but wait, let's see, what are you gonna add? Okay, let's try and use the Book-of-Moon on something, because they're obviously going to link into something. So which one are we going to use? Oh, this one, because this one, the Cobalt Sparrow, cannot target cards or card fix, so you can't link with it, so that's good. But I think it doesn't matter, because he's probably going to go into access code anyway. So we kind of screwed either way, I think. Yeah, he has exactly equal, so I don't need to do anything. So exactly equal, yeah, it's unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Like I said, guys, sometimes you can draw a good hand, but if your opponent has a better board, I mean, even under draw, you see under draw, they don't really care. So. A lot of decks, I mean, usually are weak to draw, but that deck clearly doesn't, because again, they had enough follow-up, so they had everything in it. Okay, finally going first. Okay, good. But then once we go first, we get a bad hand, and that's just the nature of the game, you know. So that's why sometimes I don't like memorizing combos, because it's like you have to. If you see certain cards in your hand, then you can do this. I'm like, no, let's rather do it the conservative way. So. Let's bet on the Imperm with the Pascalis. Nothing. Okay, so this is very good. Let's get our Seals back to the hand. Okay. Okay. No disruption. That's a bit. So we can, if he doesn't resolve, if we can resolve this, we could go full unaffected. But he probably. Whoa. Okay. So we do have plays here actually. So we could go unaffected, but then again. What if he has something that just blows out our board? And remember, we're only running one field spell in this build, so I'm not too keen on that option. I think, yeah, let's just do this now, because again, I don't know what they're gonna have, but let's just be conservative. Well, that's not conservative. Yeah, for a change, a good hand. But also they have no disruption, so again we can do something. But again, I'm trying to be conservative, because I know I only run one field spell in this build, so I don't want to shotgun everything because if I lose a field spell, then I can't do OTK or whatever. So. Yeah, the thing is, I'm just testing. I'm literally testing out. So normally you saw my builds. I normally run 2, but I'm just testing because this is a 40 card variant. So I'm just testing because normally 40 card variants run 1. I think you also run 1 as well, if I'm mistaken, in your normal builds. But I'm just testing it out. So normally I don't go with 2, with 1 because 2 is of course because of Kashtira and also because the meta is banishing and stuff. So it's good to have a backup. I remember getting into master rank. You guys saw on stream previously when I was playing against Runic Naturia. They used the flashing fire and then they banished my 1 field spell. So I had to play without the field spell, but we still managed to pull it off. But it was like a grind game. So like that usually puts us in a vulnerable position because we literally could have OTK'd him that turn. But now because he banished our 1 field spell, we're in trouble. So I know having 1 field spell is always dangerous, especially if they have like follow-up and stuff and they can banish or whatever. I mean, if they destroy it, that's fine, but if they get rid of it, then that's a big no-no. Okay, so we got literally like 3 disruptions in a way, and we also have follow-up in grave and in our hand because these 2 is already like a combo. So it obviously depends on our opponent, but I think they had a pretty good hand also. But then again, they could also have a better turn 2. Let's see. And D-Barrier is going to be quite relevant in the next meta. So let's try and bait an Ash or something. Let's get rid of this. Huh? Wow. Why would they use this now? Now you see, when I see when I see this emerging teleport, I think of 2 things. It's either you're playing Punk or you're playing Punk Telement. So you must always be careful. What? Libromancer. Okay. So that does a lot actually. So no, it's not even Punk. It's Libromancer. That's interesting. Let's just negate that. What? Another one? Okay. Right. Yeah, Libromancer. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's either Punk or something. This is, see, it could be literally a bait. So I'm gonna do this now. Flip that face down immediately. Flip that face down because I don't want him to add anything. I want to see what he's actually gonna do because you are unaffected because you negated this. Mathmic. Hello? What? This guy's running like a pile deck. Libromancer, Punk, Mathmic. What? Now the thing is, luckily in this dimensional barrier, there are 5 types that we can declare. Now I don't know which one to declare now because Ritual, Xyz, Synchro. What is he doing? I'm so confused. Mathmic. Wow, what? How many engine? This reminds me of back in the day. For those who've been on the channel for a long time, when I made a video where I think it was a Duelist Cup where I was using, I think, Mermaid Atlantean, and I was facing against like almost every engine you can think about at that time, from Eldritch, DDD, DPE, Sky Striker, Adventurer. Like, just go look at it in the channel. I think it's like one of the most popular videos on my channel. Just go look at it. Like, you'll see. Like, that thing was just ridiculous. That guy also, like, obviously, I also ran the Christian Hulk engine, but that guy had everything. He had also Thunder Dragon Colossus. He had Borrelord Savage Dragon. He had Eldritch. He had everything. And I managed to break his board, but he just had follow-up. So I was like, yo, that was madness. Like, that dude was crazy. I mean, we still lost. But, I mean, the fact that guy ran like so many engines is just absurd. Like, how much space did that guy have in his extra deck and his deck just to accommodate all of that? I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, worldwide. Worldwide deck. I would say, guys, check it out. But obviously that was an old meta. That was like one of the first Duelist Cups where we had, or the second one, I think, but was quite early into the game. So yeah, that was when Christian Hulk was a thing. And you know, you can literally, if you had a deck that can run tuners, Christian Hulk was your way, especially for a rogue deck. It was pretty nice to go into, you know. So there were crazy plays you could do and stuff. Obviously you're still making the generic negates like your Baron, your Borrelord, but we could also go the level 9 synchro monster that can banish cards. I think it was a level 9 Christian. It was a Christian monster. The Quarion, I think that was his name. But yeah, we literally did that. I was like, wow. And the Colossus and the Eldritch, we had disruptions for days. Yeah, that was a crazy duel. So you know, though I lost, yeah, you gotta check that out. Okay, Mathmix Sigma. Why? The thing is, what do I do now? Do I just shut down the... Because this is going to summon... Or this is going to add the Super Factorial. Like, so that means it's going to go for an Xyz play. So you know what I can do? I can either do nothing, and then on his turn, I can call Xyz and he can't do anything. Then all his monsters are useless on his field. Wait, has he hasn't normal summoned yet. Because you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna, if I call Xyz now, he's going to tribute this, but it will be negated, but then he will still have a follow-up for next turn. So I think let's see what he's gonna cook, and then we'll take it from there. Because we do have Kashira Ogre if he gets rid of my Bubble Reef. We do have Coral Triangle Engrave. But ideally I want to use this on his turn, not on my turn. So you know what I think would have happened if I didn't negate his play, then flip down the Book of Moon with the punk card. He would have probably ritual summoned, then he would have synchro summoned, and then he would have done the Mathmech at the end. Yeah. This is exactly what he's gonna do. But he's already added the diameter already, so he's just trying to bait out something. I don't know what he's baiting out. This is trying to go for like a level 8 synchro or something. I don't know. I think so, eh? Because remember, access code is quite generic, but remember we unaffected from destruction, but we might be destroyed by battle. So wait. I know what he's doing. He's probably going into Mathmech. What's it? Final Sigma. Geomathmech Final Sigma, because this can be treated as a non-tuner, and he has a tuner, so that could be the play also. Laplation. No. What? No, the thing is, we kind of screwed, because now... What? I'm so confused. I think we have to do this now. Because we lose our D barrier, so I think I'm just calling Xyz. He's gonna negate it probably. Okay, there we go. Wow. Why would he summon it early though? That's my thing. Because I would have gone if I was... No. What? Okay, we don't need it. It's in the grave. It's fine. Oh, wait. Brand affected. I forgot. Silly me. I forgot. But why would he summon this early though? That's my thing. Wouldn't you summon this on your opponent's turn when I'm not negated? What? We're definitely gonna check his deck list after this duel, definitely, because I don't know what this guy is playing. It looks like he's playing a more math mech than Punk and Libromancer, but I don't know what he's playing. Masquerina. The alternative art Masquerina, by the way, which I don't even have the original yet still. Heat Soul. Wow. Speaking of like terms, water and fire, because they both do pretty much the same thing. The difference is we don't lose life points. We just lose. We just banish a monster from our grave, so which we can always come back. So. So you're probably going to access code right now. Splash Mage. What? Avermax incoming. It could be, but he's just what? Okay, we know this is a super factorial. We know this. We know this is super factorial. Sleepy Maiden. Okay. Yeah, we knew this was a super factorial. We knew this. But what else does he? Oh, he probably runs 2. Okay. Okay. Okay, so he has another negate for our turn, but I'm so confused. Why would you... Okay. Depletion again. So this time we're not unaffected though. So this time we're all going to be sent to the graveyard, unfortunately, because it is a draw phase, not the standby phase. And we lose a card in our hand. No, not the ogre. Come on. What? The thing is, I actually want my coral triangle to resolve. Well, we can use the Pascalis to bait out the... Oh, get my field spell back. Yeah, let's see. Will he take the bait? Because my field spell is more of a priority. Okay. Not negated. Okay. Not negated. So I'll tell you what, we can do this. Now that I know he's not going to negate, let's negate this now. Let's see. Does he know what Marine says does? Does he know Coral Triangle's effect? He's not reading. Yep, negate that. Definitely, because I'm getting 2 bodies on field for literally nothing. Okay, negate that. Okay, cool. So now we can do this. So this is why Sleepy Maiden is very important, because we can actually summon her for free by literally targeting a Marincess card, and then we can summon it for free. So let's see what's in our grave. We have this. We have... Okay. So let us do this. Let's see, does he have an Ash or something? Does he have an Ash? No, he doesn't, because he would have used it a long time ago, but I don't think he uses it. So of course we summon Blue Tang. We also need Spring Girl. Very important. Spring Girl. Okay. Then we're going to use the effect of Sleepy Maiden to target whatever. Okay, now we can link off into... Oh, wait, whoa. We can, of course, we need to add back. Get an excavate, of course, with the blue tank. Always forget that step, but you always need to do that. You can... Doesn't really matter what we change. I mean, as long as we know we're going to add cards, so... I mean, we could equip, but rather when you have an important monster on field, so... Blue Tang, yes. Ogre, okay, not really helpful. I'll take a Blue Tang. Might be for discard fodder, which is fine. Then we'll just add another dive. We already used it early this turn, so... We are already waterlocked already. So... Let us do this. Let's see. Can we... I think we can... No. Okay, let's... Can we lethal? I think we can. Yes, we can. We literally can lethal. That's crazy. Or can we? I don't know. Let's see. Mongols. Use an enemy to get back. No, we need Sprinkle. That's a priority. We need Sprinkle. This is for... Okay. Get Emirates' name. Get this one. Okay, let's see. Let me pull it off so we can normal summon. And then we can go into a second Bubble Reef. Yeah. This was lethal from the start. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, we had everything we needed. Why was I overthinking it? Because we do run a second copy of Bubble Reef now. We don't run one copy anymore. Let me use this to discard. Then we revive back at link 3. It could be also an enemy as well, doesn't really matter. And then we go into your main Zelantis. So, although we're waterlocked, the Splash Mage is gonna come back. Yeah, that's right. Oh, 30 seconds. Oh boy. Okay. No Bubble Reef this time. We're gonna go for full lethal damage. Okay, let's summon this one. Doesn't really matter. Okay. This is just interesting. We managed to pull it off, guys. Okay, chain 1. Chain 2. Chain 3. Add back this one. You can also use Sleepy Maiden in the graveyard to equip to boost more attack, but it's not needed. Wow, that was terrible. Okay, I think we got lethal damage. He thinks he has... There's no lethal, but there is, though. And I can just to show you, we can use the effect of Sleepy Maiden to re-equip. Make Blue Slug huge. Re-equip again. And that's it. Use the effect of Zelantis to pop a card, up to 3 cards. Done. And that should be lethal, guys. Just like that. Wow. We somehow pulled it off. But like I'm saying, normally people don't see the line. When I see the line, I know. Going for game. If no disruptions, we use up all the negates. That's how we do it. Okay, so and remember what did we have? We only had the field spell and dive, but we also had a graveyard full of monsters. So all we need to do was summon the blue tank, and that was it. So yeah, buff blue slug. But let's check the opponent's deck list though. That is what I want to find out. What is the deck list? Yeah, look, literally as I called it. The guy was going to ritual summon because this is going to add the ritual spell. Then he can ritual summon from the hand. He can probably summon this. And also the Benten. Oh, this guy was going to cook us. Definitely. And the funny thing is, it's a psychic, the Libromancer. The Geek Boy is a psychic. So easily summon off teleport. And then also we had the Xiamen. Where are you? Xiamen. Gonna add the Foxy Tune. Gonna summon the Deer Note. Gonna summon Jam Dragon Drive. Gonna do the Synchro play. And then after that, then you do the Mathmic play. I'm like, wow. Okay, so we kind of prevented all of that. What do you guys think of his deck list? I think it's a pretty interesting concept. We're matching like 3 different summoning mechanics. Or 4. No, 3. Synchro, Exceed, and Link. Because Mathmic is the Link line and the Exceed line. Then, no, actually it's 4 because Ritual, Libromancer, Punk, Synchro, and then Mathmic is the Exceed and Link. I can see why he got to Diamond or to Master Rank, because literally people would think, oh, you're playing this deck, okay, let's negate that. But then, I have a follow-up. Oh, I have something else. Oh, I have something else. So luckily we were reactive, because we could have just let him cook, and then we're like, oh, we're kind of screwed now. So he also had the Parallel Exceed. Yet the funny thing is he had no Ash, but he has Maxi. And if I was running this deck, I would rather put Ash over Maxi, because I think either way I have plays. I have Mathmic line, I have a Libromancer line, I have Punk line. Like, I just deal with whatever I have in my hand and I work with it. Even has Illusion of Chaos and Magician Souls as an engine. That's crazy. One-sided mining for the Mathmic. Like, is this like the best concept deck you've seen in a long time? I mean, this guy actually probably thought about it and be like, okay, how do I integrate probably the best decks that I've, or his favorite decks, and put it into one? That's pretty much what this person did, and that's pretty cool. Nice concept. Yeah, to be fair, he had 2 teleport, but he also had a Mathmic in his hand. So, to be fair, I mean, either way, I think the whole point of the deck is to try to bait out all your, like, non-important cards, because clearly the most important cards in this deck was obviously the Mathmic, clearly. So, I mean, look, he's having Xyz, 2 Xyz. All these are links, Cyberse, except for this one, or a sword, but I think it's pretty much the entire goal of this deck is to try and make your opponent bait out all the negates on like the Libromancer, the Punk, and then you surprise you, oh, with the Silent Mining, boom, discard Mathmic. Oh, wow, okay. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Deck building is very, very interesting. Sometimes it can be very creative, and if it works for them, it works for them. But obviously now we are not others. We are ourselves. So we are actually better. So yeah. Interesting deck build. I like it. That's why I've called like D barrier for such things, so we know, okay, what potentially you could do or could not do. Okay, going first again, that's good. So we had a good opening hand, made some plays, you play around all the negates, OTK, nice, perfect. That's what you like to see. We love to see it. Oh, beautiful. Look at this hand. Look at this God tier hand, guys. Look at this. This is amazing. We have literally free Ash bait in the terms of Kashtira Ogre because they'll think we are Kashtira, but actually no, we're Marincess. So it's like, oh, what the hell? Okay, whatever. So literally, it's a free bait for hand traps. Imperm, Ash Blossom, whatever. Anti-D-Barrier, yeah. Pretty much anti-D-Barrier essentially. Yeah, that was our set deck was pretty much anti-D-Barrier because it covers everything except for pendulums, pretty much, and fusion. Okay, get the preparations. Okay, and then we go for our usual blue Tang line. If the ashes, that's fine. We don't really worry about that. This guy's playing on his phone because the thing is dropping connection. What's going on? What is going on? This is where we send. What do we send? Send Springo. I mean, normally people will send Seals, but I like sending Springo because, you know, you always want to have follow up also in your hand, so it's good to have that. And then we're gonna go like this. So even if they're imperm, we still have follow up with Spring Girl. So that's what I like about that. And also have the Excavator Blue Tang. So like I said before, I don't memorize like one card combos. I just memorize what a card can do given a hand, and then you can work with that. So yes, it's good to remember the combo, but nowadays the combo can be stopped. And what do? You don't have your line was going towards a certain direction, but now you don't have the cards to follow up on. Okay. Pascalis I'll take because graveyard effect. You see, normally people would take blue Tang thinking, oh, okay, I can normal summon next turn, but what if you don't have a chance to normal summon next turn? So you rather have follow up, and Pascalis is a follow up. So you can easily get blue Tang easily. Not an issue. You have 3 copies. So it's not like Pascalis where you have 2 copies, or Basilima you have 1 copy because they're used for, you know, a purpose. So my whole priority now is to get cards in the graveyard. This is the 4th summon, I think. Oh, the 5th summon actually. So Nibiru would have been 5 here, but there's no Nibiru here. Okay, gonna chain 1, of course. Even if the Ash or whatever, it's fine because again we are securing our follow up for next turn, so it's fine. If the Ash here, that means we can get wave. If we, yeah, or even imperm. Okay, that's good. Most people would wait for the search of the wave, but maybe he's keeping it, or maybe he doesn't even have it, so it's fine. Ooh, wow. Perfect. Look at this. There's our blue Tang in the graveyard for follow up. There's our Mandarin, which is perfect. So now it's an easy link 4. Remember, that's why we run 2. We normally if we ran 1 Mandarin, I wouldn't summon her instantly. I'll rather use her in my follow up turn. But because you run 2 in the deck, I don't mind summoning this one and banishing this one because I know I have another one in the deck. So, again. Yeah, what I'm saying. Like I was saying to you guys earlier, most people, when they see Angel, they think, oh, you're searching for a field spell. Because look, you have more than enough monsters to go for unaffected play. But I'm not going for that play. So I'm kind of catching my opponents off guard a little bit because they're not expecting, oh, like, okay, so what now? He doesn't have the field spell, so what? You can't do plays, but I can. So I'm literally getting my follow up for the next turn if there is a next turn. So we're gonna get Pascalis in gray. Yeah, the Ash, you would probably Ash this also. Or Imperm. Yeah, that's right. Smart. Again, the opponent knows Marincess because they know when to Ash, when to Imperm. So that's actually kind of smart. But then now you activate the monster effects, so now I can see what you are playing. That's why we run Kashira Ogre. So let's see. What are you playing today, sir? Hey, what? Punk. So one thing about Punk, they run one-offs, but then it's also called by the grave. So do I want to let? If I let him draw Call by the Grave, he can potentially stop my follow-up. I'm not gonna allow it because I can deal with all of these, so it's fine. He can draw the Immersion Teleport. It's fine. I'd rather not him have follow-up for me next turn, so I'd rather get rid of the Call by the Grave. And also, if he adds a card, we also have Droll, so that also works. And then let's summon our Bubble Reef. So unfortunately, we don't have a negate. So that's, unfortunate. But we do have some form of disruption in the Book of Eclipse. Yeah, he's going to draw cards, but if I've drawn Lockbird in play, he can't draw cards in the end phase. So he can't do anything. So not too bad. We still built a board that can at least interact with him a little bit. But we do have follow-up. So let's see what we can draw for the effect of Bubble Reef. Who knows? We might draw a Marincess Wave. You never know. Let's see. Okay, let's banish this one. Hello? Opponent? What are you doing? Yeah. Okay. So normally if I had Wave, I would actually banish the Ogre because it will come back with preparations. But now because I don't have Wave, I don't want to get rid of my potential disruption. So I don't want to lose that because he can do so. But obviously I could have done it, but I chose not to. So that is fine. And I want to also surprise him as well. So again, don't want to shotgun everything. And we picked up the Marincess dive, which is perfect. It's perfect. Because again, these two cards here, Springle and Dive, if they clear our entire board, entire board, we literally still have OTK regardless. Regardless of what happens, we have OTK just with these two cards here. So, yeah, we knew you were gonna add the teleport. I knew. So it's fine. Yep, gonna add. Before he synchros, I'm going to flip everything face down. Then he can't do anything, and then obviously everything will get flip face up. But because of Droll, we won't be able to add cards in the end phase. Because with the Punk cards, they all have to add something. And also we can use Kashira Ogre now, since he's a monster effect. And we can change role. So, good luck, opponents. Because Punk relies on adding spell, adding trap. So, yeah. And we do have Book of Eclipse. So now, under Drone Lockbird, we won't be able to add cards in the end phase. So we just keep banishing their core cards. Another teleport, cross out designate. Oh, they're playing Kashira Punk. I can see. Sneaky opponent, I see. Do we get rid of the Rise Art or do we just give him a chance in the game? Don't know. Maxi is gonna come up next turn, seems like. So do we just get rid of Maxi because we don't really care actually? Yeah, actually no. Let's just get rid of Maxi. It's a toxic card. It must be get rid of the game, so it's fine. Good luck, opponent. Good luck. I think this is a very good time to Book of Eclipse. What do you guys think? Because this is going to fusion summon. Going to summon monsters from the deck. Going to get advantage. So, or we can just let him fuse. And then let him summon his two monsters from the deck. And then we just flip it face down. But I don't want to even do that. Let's just have tuner monsters on the field because you're already normal summoned already. So yeah, that's fine. Yes, our monster also goes down, but luckily the Bubble Reef does not. So normally the downside with this one, in the end phase, he's gonna draw cards, but now because of drawing Lockbird, no one can add cards. So it's actually nothing. Okay, Foxy Toon, okay. Maybe he doesn't really have a play because what is he gonna summon? He's gonna summon the Deer Note, but Deer Note can't do anything. Okay, he's gonna special summon the Foxy Toon. Fair enough. Probably get rid of the Ogre, which is fine because I can banish it and then bring it back with preparations. So, again, doesn't matter what he does here. You can get rid of the Ogre, but it's gonna come back next turn. So he thinks he's in the clear here. Yeah, Punk and Castira hard lose to draw. I promise you, they're hard lose to draw. So that's why I keep running it, because it's a card people don't expect. So it's like, oh flip, what do I do? Given my certain hand. So yeah, it's fine. So you can get all the life points you want. I will have enough damage to deal with that, definitely. So you guys saw the OTK without a Link 4 on field, so I'll show you an OTK with the Link 4. So he doesn't have plays. Does he have plays? Maybe, but I don't think so. Oh, actually, wait, he does have a play. He actually does. Because this can synchro on my turn. Spin back card. Fair enough. Okay. I see. Okay, so maybe he thought about, okay, cool, let me get rid of the non-important Punk monster, because this one can obviously synchro summon back. So yeah, let's see. End phase, okay. Can't add cards. I want to see Bubble Reef with 10k so bad. There's actually a clip of that I had where they were playing a Chaos Pal. They banished everything. And I was almost at 10,000. I think I was at 9,800. Oh, perfect wave. You love to see it. Look at that draw, guys. That's beautiful. Lovely. Now I don't even care about this card anymore. I literally don't care because you literally have the outs. So here's the play, guys. You're gonna have this, banish the Ogre. Use the preparations now to bring it back. What princess is this? Why Kashira Ogre is there? Because it's a nice extended to have. It's nice boost to the deck at least. So yeah. Well, remember guys, the wave was going to be in our hand anyway, but obviously they negated it twice, or once actually. There he is. There it is. Quick synchro, and that's why we have wave. Negate. The only way you can, no, you can't even dodge it with Droplet because you're going to get rid of the monster that you want to synchro with. So negate. Bring back the Ogre. Wow, another dive. Love to see it, eh? Love to see it. Okay. Does he have another disruption? Okay. So here's a nice thing about Pascalis in the graveyard. Remember I told you about the follow-up, guys? You see now we added back wave. So in case he has another disruption, we literally have follow-up again. So, and also, don't worry about Bubble Reef getting big. The main thing is we have a follow-up. So, what's the player? Well, we have Dive, which has, remember, the blue Tang. The blue Tang is in the graveyard. So, what we can do is use the dive. Okay? Because we already have Sprinkler in our hand, so there's no point summoning that you're going to use the graveyard. Again, using the graveyard to our advantage. And we get the blue tag. Blue tag now is going to send Marincess Mandarin, like I said, again for follow-up. Because you have it in the grave, we send Mandarin. Because now remember, we're going for OTK now, we're going for game. So, and we can literally normal summon this if you wanted to. So let's normal summon the Basilima to get in the graveyard. Why not? Just get in the graveyard, it's fine. And now we can use Sea Angel to link off with Blue Tank because we can get the Excavate. So, chain 1, chain 2. So now we can get the Field Spell. Now we know there's potentially no further disruptions. If there is, we do have Wave in our hand. So, Crow. Oh, speaking of the Field Spell. Now, normally people add the Field Spell here. We should rather add an Extender. So Sleepy Maiden again, come back to my hand. Because you're getting the Field Spell with the Angel anyway, so I don't want to potentially mess up your searches. So why not? And then we're going to go into Koro. I'm going to show you guys that 9,200 life points. We're going to have more than enough. More than enough. Now we're going to use Koro on enemy to summon pretty much anything. Doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. We can summon another Sea Angel, and then we can use Mandarin's effect in the grave to revive itself. Okay, remember we talked about the follow-up play. We talked about that. Right? So, and now we're pretty much going for the same OTK line that we did. Summon the Marbled Rock. Okay. Marbled Rock will get us a Marincess monster, whatever you want. Okay, doesn't really matter what we add, because remember, the priority would have been Spring Girl, but because we already have the Spring Girl in our hand, we just add another monster. That's it. Okay. We can literally add back another follow-up spell if you want to, so we can add back anything. So we can literally return back a monster that we don't even need. So we can actually just return back Sea Angel. We have more than enough equips for the damage. So now we're going to go into the Link 4, which can be Bubble Reef again, but I'm going to summon Argonaut. Okay? Gonna get big, that's fine. No problem. No problem. Gonna use the Sprinkles effect to banish, obviously, the Link 3. Can be Marbled Rock or Coral Triangle, but obviously, for follow-up, yeah. Opponent knows what we're doing. We're cooking, right? What would happen is would have summoned back the Marbled Rock. Marbled Rock would have been on the field with the Argonaut. Link off the Bubble Reef into Zelantis. With Ogre on field, banish everything. Rearrange the board to have our co-links. And then we pretty much activate the field spell. Summon Big Buff Blue Slug, equipped with 3 Link monsters. Use Sleepy Maiden's effect to protect the field spell for some reason. But it doesn't matter because you're going to be unaffected. Almost 11,000 damage. GG. So, that's what I'm saying, guys. Marincess, if there's no disruptions, it can cook. So, having that line. Remember, we just used 2 cards. We just used 2 cards only. And remember, I spoke about the follow-up. I spoke about all the plays that I do. It's not just because I'm doing it because I'm being funny. I'm doing it because I know how the game works. Obviously, you want to make sure that you have good follow-up, especially if they set up a board with negates. So they had a chance, but then I was also one step ahead because I had the Book of Eclipse. I also had the Drawn Lockbird. So there was a nice interaction there as well. So most of the time, you have to know what those interactions are. So we saw quite a bit already now, the stream already. We saw quite a few. And that's just because of having the knowledge of how certain cards work. So using it in such a way that it's going to actually be in your favor. Because that Book of Eclipse play was actually quite clutch. Because normally he would draw cards, but now he wasn't able to draw because of Drawn Lockbird. So flipping his monster face down meant he couldn't do anything. He had to tribute his monster to go over by Ogre. But then Ogre was going to come back. So. Oh, nice hand. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So again, not too bad. We have Draw, we have Vela, we have Diddy Crow. So we have pretty much disruption for anything. We have an Imperm in a way. We have a Diddy Crow in case they're playing Tillerment, which I can see from their playmat. They're probably playing Tillerment. We don't know. But let's see. Maybe they're playing a Harvness. It's fine. We can get rid of it with Diddy Crow. So let's see. Oh, or just Max C. So here's the thing. Max C is there, but then we also have Drone Lockbird. So the problem is now, if we activate Drone Lockbird now, we won't be able to search our dive. So that's the issue. And also you can't add wave. So you have a choice. You want to activate Draw early, but then knowing that you cannot search your dive or your wave, and you kind of want to do that. So you're kind of taking a risk here. So I'm probably going to take a risk because, again, I'm trying to show you whatever they do, we have something to work with, because we do have hand traps in our hand. We can interact at least. So I don't mind going for this full play here. And people think Marines is not going to get better. Trust me, it's going to get better over time once we get certain cards in the game. Because right now we're kind of missing a few cards. What did I say? What did I say? Harvness was in their hand. What did I say? I literally called it. Like, they either drew it now or they're waiting for something to happen. Are they lucky with the mills? No. Ash, Heartbeat, and Shadow Beast. It doesn't matter. As long as it's not a Tillerman name, it's fine. We can use that for next turn. So, I'm happy with that. Let's try and bait something else. Does he have Ash? Because right now he's drawing because I'm allowing him to. If it was a tournament, if I was playing a tournament, I would actually use Draw immediately. But even give him the chance to draw any card. I'll just play my game, Link Climb, and pass turn. But in this case, we're not going to search for the field sport just yet, because remember we're playing 1, so we need to be conservative here in this build. So we're trying to make sure that we have follow-up. But I mean, we need more Rinse support. The thing is, there's one card that we're missing that might potentially make the deck a bit more playable, because you can see now we rely heavily on normal summon. Now imagine if we could do a Marine's combo without normal summon. We're missing one card. That one card will come. Obviously it won't be the best, but it will definitely do something. Especially in Master Duel format, it will definitely do a lot. So yeah. You guys know which card I'm talking about? That's potentially, for some reason, I don't know why it's not out yet, but it should have been out a long time ago. Does he have a Nibiru? That's a bit interesting if he has a Nibiru. Because that card, when that comes in, that's going to be, it'll just make Marines more playable. That's all I'm going to say. That makes you do everything without committing to normal summon. So even if you get disrupted, you still have plays to normal summon, which is insane. And any bad hand, normally Sleepy Maiden, Basilima, Mandarin are not good like starters. That plus those cards are just insane. Like, it makes a 1-card Link 4 with wave and everything. Which is crazy. So, and also it facilitates the OTK line as well. So instead of Kashiroga, it does the same thing. So what to be good Marines support? We need a monster like Gazelle. If I had to go back and say, okay, what will make these cards, what will make this deck playable? Because why is Salamangreat so good? We already have, okay, Salamangreat has an inherent monster that summons itself for free when a Marine's card is sent to grave or whatever. That's pretty good. They also have, you know, Omni Negate in a way when you control a Link monster. So we already have the same thing with the trap where we negate a monster effect, but why don't we have a counter trap that can also be a Omni Negate if we have a Link 3 or higher activate from the hand? That would be a good support. You know, that because Salamangreat has that. But instead of setting it, we can activate it from the hand because that's kind of the gimmick, you know? So that would be pretty cool if we had to have a counter trap like that. That would be insane. And then what else? Please Ash that. Because I don't know what you're thinking about. No Ash. He probably has a Calbec. Because we discarded. No? No, okay. What else would be good support? So a new. We need a new counter trap. Or a new trap that pretty much just gives us an Omni Negate, essentially. Just like how Salamangreat has an Omni Negate. We also need a direct searcher, especially like Salamangreat has Salamangreat Circle, which adds a Salamangreat monster from deck to hand. We need something like Marincess also, which can add just a spell card that adds a Marincess monster from deck to hand. Any Marincess monster. So instead of Silent Mining, which you know, only makes us summon level 4, adds a level 4 or lower, that card will make us summon add or let us add anything. That will be another support that we need. We also need another link monster, I think. Because at the moment we have 3 link 4s, we have 2 link 3s, we have 2 link 2s and 2 link 1s. I think we need another one, you know. But then again, if they make more link monsters, then the extra deck space becomes a bit tight. That's the thing. So maybe not having extra deck monsters would be ideal, but at least main deck monsters, they need to have more support. Because right now we're playing Marincess with other cards, and that's what makes it kind of playable. But Silent Mining, the thing is, Silent Mining is good in Salamangreat because it directly triggers a certain card. But for Marincess, it doesn't trigger anything, it just adds a monster. So there's no real benefit of using Silent Mining. Because a card like Gazelle says, if a Salamangreat monster is sent to the grave, then it's a free special summon. So imagine we discard a Marincess monster with Silent Mining and add a Marincess card. Then we have that card that will summon itself when a monster is sent to the grave. Then on summon, we can send a Marincess card from deck to grave. Give us a card like Gazelle, everyone's going to be happy with that. I promise you, everyone's going to be very happy. Oh, we got a second TD Crow. Love to see it. Nice, so we can stop 2 fusions. And it's not a Bastille, so it's quite... Wait, what? Tillman Screen? Another weird card that has like a permanent... not a permanent, but like a weird lingering effect where we lose monsters. Hello? Don't tell me you didn't have anything nice in your hand. No, you do. You must have something. Not even a Shiren or Diviner of the Herald. Alright. I'm gonna use this Veiler right now. So it's funny because this will chain. Yeah, this is gonna chain. That's right. So normally you would be screwed with Ash, but now we do have a Veiler. So if he has a Chord Buy or Omni Negate, then we kind of screwed. But I think we played it right. I mean, he has no choice but to cook because we literally gave him all the cards he needs. So there's no way a Tillman player. Bestial. What? Why do... Okay, guys, tell me this. Why do Bestial... Some people who run Bestials, they think that if you banish it immediately when you activate it, it's gonna negate. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's already resolved, so you doing that doesn't do anything. Did you know anything nice? No, you didn't. You got a Guido, which is going to be banned soon. So, yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Because I don't know why would you use your Bestial on that, because it doesn't negate the effect. It's already added. Do I negate? Not really, because I don't really care about it. but I'll just negate anyway. Yeah. Yeah, he wants to add a bestial, but the thing is, most people would wait for something to happen and then... Oh, come on. Opponent, seriously? You're waiting for me to use the wave so you can use your Calbeck. This guy is really cheesy. This guy is really... He's smart. He's smart. So he's played around now, me being unaffected now. So it's going to go back to the deck now. Okay. Okay. Dude, this Calbeck is annoying. But, still gets negated. Sucks to be you. Whoa! Milling 5. Ooh, Spring Grow. Ooh, okay, great. Any fusions you milled? Nothing. That's so sad. You milled how many cards and you still got no tier name? All your Maxis are on your grave now. So I know there's no more Maxi. There's all your Ash in the grave, so there's no more Ash. That's what I'm saying. This is why I don't like running cards like this, because like for Tillum and Luca now, they've got so many cards, 3 Maxi, 3 Ash in the graveyard. That could have been fusion names, potentially. But no, they want to play Maxi and Ash, and now look, they got nothing off the mills of Agido. Nothing. No benefit. Okay, we're gonna Super Poly. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. He's probably gonna... No, you can't Synchro. You can't Synchro. What? Did you play any light or dark? I did, but I got very annoyed with it very quickly. Because some decks are not supposed to be there. So it kind of feels like, okay, what's the point? So... Yeah, opponent, I don't know what you're doing. But anyway, we have follow-up in the graveyard. Yeah, you have your shufflers, but I can get rid of your shufflers before that time, so you only have one shuffler, which is the Medora, so not a real issue. Remember his hand, guys. In the beginning of the turn, he had like a god tier hand because he had so many cards. Look at this. Look at his hand now. He's got nothing. Because he decided to play cards in his deck that doesn't add any value. Maxi Ash doesn't do anything for his deck. He should rather be adding cards that actually, you know, have a benefit, but seemingly no. Alright. Sprite Elf. Okay, so to make the Mood Dragon untargetable. Okay, that's fine. Huh? This guy really thinks it's gonna do something. You already activated the effect of Divine of the Herald. Dude, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Yeah, definitely Tillerman after this ban is not going to be like this because there's no elf. Maybe drop the Diviner package altogether because there's no point, because the idea to have elf was for Merly, and Merly's banned, so there's no point running elf. There's no point running Sprite Sprint, because even no point running Diviner. Okay, maybe you can run Diviner for still sending your remaining Shizu cards, but it's not really practical. Oh, speaking of Sprint, exactly what I was talking about. This play, can remember the reason why they banned Merly is because of stuff like this. This is their last resort of fusing, because they can just go into Link 2 and then make a Sprint, and then that's it. Look at that. So Merly was a correct hit, I think. A very good hit. Well, it sucks to be you. Gone. That's what I'm saying, guys. People think, oh, why is Merly banned? The thing is, Merly was actually better. Halfness actually wouldn't have made a difference, because Merly would still be a problem because you can go into this play. So after the ban list, no more of this. Time to fly DD Crow. That's why I like DD Crow, guys. It's so versatile. Yes, I mean, Bestials would have worked, but I mean, again, we're talking about utility cards that are good against everything. Because Bestials are kind of dead in your hand if you're not playing a light or dark deck, whereas DD Crow counters everything. Wow, look at this end board, guys. The only thing they can do is summon Diviner, and that's it. So, yeah, no Merly, no Telement, and no Sprint, no Elf. I promise you, that line is dead after this ban list. Let's first do this. Oh, double wave. Jeez, that's a lot. Please use your shuffler. Please do use your shuffler. Wow. Let's see if he knows what cards to get rid of. Let's see. Because remember, I don't need Coral Triangle. I don't need it. I just need a certain card in the grave. That's all I need. So let's see. What is he going to banish? There's 2 dives. Oh, opponent. Do you really think I need dive? Wave? Okay. 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 Targeting near Guido. Smart. Okay. Like, what? The mad lad was fearing wave, so he shuffled them back. That's not smart, opponent, because you're kind of bringing me into the game now. I mean, what are you going to fuse into? Okay, Hobness is there. Sulliak is there. Okay. All right. What's the best you can do? Go into Kikalos, get your Hobness in hand. Okay. I'm saying after the ban list, you won't see all of this. Like, I don't see a point playing this package anymore, because you're only going to summon Diviner, but that's it. There's no sprint access because you're not going to send Merly. So what's the point of having these cards? Will be pretty much dead in your deck. So 2 slots wasted, unless you want to run Beatrice, but that's the only thing. But yeah, Kit Calypso. See, and the thing is, Konami knows. They did this twice already in the OCG and the TCG. Banning Kikalos does nothing. It's getting rid of the names that get to Kikalos that hurts the deck more. So that's why you see even in the OCG, Tillemans is still playable because they have all 4 names at 1, but they also have Chaos Ruler and all those things. So Tillemans is still pretty much playable, you know, but not at full power or tier 0 as it was before, you know. So there's no point banning Kikalos in Master Duel again because it won't do anything. Oh, okay, opponent summons Window. Okay. Okay. Because again, that's the only play you can go. Alright, fair enough. So what do we do? What do we do? If I use this, it will just not matter. But rather, let's get bodies on field because that's more important. Prime negates. Okay, so he had that all along, but he didn't have a tier name. That's what I'm saying, guys. Tillement will still have the outs. They'll have Winder, they'll have Goddess, they'll have everything. Like you see, like now, we played through everything. If this wasn't in play, we'd have easily won the game. Easily. Obviously, there's the crime, yes, but I mean, we'd have easily won the game. So, yeah, it is what it is. I can't do anything. Let me try and summon defense because I need to have some. Look at this. Look at this, man. Sometimes if Tillement mills you, it's also helping you as well, but that's fine. We can only summon once per turn anyway. That's what I'm saying. Me, I don't like playing cards like this. You see, this I can't really interact because now I can't play the game as I want to because now you have this weird floodgate. At least under Thunder Dragon Colossus, you can at least kind of play around it, but this you can't play around, which is unfortunate because now that's the only out that they have is to run Shadow Window. You know, and for those who don't know, Nadir Servant was limited because of El Shadow Window. Because Nadir Servant will send let me just see if I can. Yeah, it will send this card, the Al Capone. When it's sent to the graveyard, it will add a Shadow card from deck to grave, or graveyard to hand. So it will add the Schism, and then you can do other weird stuff. Basically, just to turbo out Window. That was the main aim. So that's why Nadir Servant was actually, limited for a long time. So funniest tournament match, yeah, it's funny because we literally played everything correctly, but their only out is a floodgate Window, which also floodgates himself. So yeah, 10,000 damage. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, guys. No one can tell me Marincez cannot deal with this deck. Marincez can deal with this deck. We played everything correctly. Everything. If that Window was not on field, easy game, easy. Would have had Coral Triangle, would have had Field Spell, everything. But again, Telements unfortunately gets carried by certain cards. So if we take those cards away, useless. You saw now. Everyone can see now why Merly is getting banned, because Merly gave access to this Sprite Elf and Sprite Sprint play. Well, mainly Diviner, but the point was to use Merly to fuse. So luckily I had the 2 DD Crows to stop it, but that's what I'm saying. Other than that, there's nothing else I could have done. Because under Window, I can't do anything. So that's what I'm saying, guys. So don't think, the Marincez can't hang. It can hang with Elements. It can hang with anything. The thing is, the difference between those decks and our deck, we normally we have a lot of restrictions. And that's one thing that's also kind of holding the deck back a little bit, is that because of all these restrictions, because even Konami knows. Imagine if there was no restrictions on Marincez. I feel like the deck would be way too overpowered, because we can play pretty much anything and nothing can stop us. Like, instead of playing Castor Ogre, we'll be playing Unicorn, we'll be playing, Fenrir as, disruption, specifically Fenrir, right? But the thing is, it conflicts with our deck, unfortunately, because certain cards need to be not on the field for us to activate. Like Coral Triangle, searching for the wave. We can't summon non-waters for the turn. So that's a restriction. Because if you guys notice, look at all the festivals we had in the past. How many times did they try and nerf Marincez in festivals? Because they knew that thing is at when it's at full power, when there's no like Maxi Ash Blossom, it can go ham basically. Like, it can do crazy combos. Limiting Blue Tang does nothing. Limiting Sea Angel does nothing. The deck has way too many plays to get to what they want. So Konami knows Marincez is a very powerful deck, so they have to make restrictions on certain cards to not make it too broken. Okay. Sky Striker. Let's see. Most likely there's negates here. So luckily we have Kashira Ogre to bait those out, so let's see. Okay. Here we go. I love Kashira Ogre. It's such a bait. Easy bait. Easy bait. Yo, welcome. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? We're trying to cook with Marincez. Yeah. Wait. Don't tell me you have nothing. Opponent, don't tell me you have nothing. No Ash, nothing. Restrictions make a deck more challenging and skillful. That's true. That's true. Very true. Because, for example, even Kashira, as much as the deck is overpowered, there are some restrictions in the deck saying you can only summon Xyz monsters and so on, because they know. Unlike Telement, which doesn't have restrictions, they're preventing it from being too broken. So they learn. Having restrictions is good. What do we do? Do we go for the bait? Do they have Ash? No, they don't. What are they? Okay. Let's Ash. No Ash. Okay, Blue Tang. Send me my Mandarin. Mandarin, please. Another negate. Wow. But what? Why didn't you negate the Sea Angel? Hello. What? Dude. What? That's crazy, man. That is crazy. But knowing him, it doesn't matter because we can still go for game. Or we can try to. Activate. Whoa! Nibiru! Whoa! Nibiru. Okay. Alright. That's interesting. Nibiru. Let's see what we get for the draw. Nothing. Well, that's the nice thing about core and enemy. It doesn't care how it gets into the graveyard. We get to add back our spring go anyway. How nice is that? We still get our spring go regardless. And we can still cook because he put it in defense for some reason. I don't know why he did that. What? Opponent, what are you doing? Okay, let's just get the Wu-Tang out the way. Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. Now we can make Blue Slug. And then we can still use core and enemy's graveyard effect to revive. We can still do that. That's insane. Oh, actually, wait. Let's see. No. Yeah, let's still do that. Yeah, we can still do that. Send Springle to grave. This guy really thinks he has a chance. Wow, let's see. A good old Sky Striker. Do we equip? No, let's not equip. We don't. We need something more powerful yet. Nibiru. Yeah. Oh, look at that seahorse. Dude, Nibiru did absolutely nothing to us. And here's a nice thing. We can actually just go unaffected right away. Right away. Knowing it's Sky Striker, we can really use you know, the unaffected line already. Target doesn't matter, it's fine. Any card. So you see, guys, this is under Nibiru, by the way. Under Nibiru. Nothing. But to be fair, we also had a good hand to play through disruptions, and Nibiru is one of those disruptions. So what is in here? Oh, we can have more equips for follow-up. Okay, that's good. Let's get our Crystal Heart. So what's the play? Do we go into Argonaut or do we go into Bubble Roof? I think let's go into Argonaut because we know we don't go into her often. So let's do that. Let's go into Argonaut. Good old Argonaut. And it sucks for Sky Striker because they have They use spells, and Argonaut loves negating spells and traps, pretty much. So, equip. And we got a huge token if they don't get rid of it. So, yeah. And then we equip this. We always keep the Crystal Heart engraved because we can use it to revive with something else. Yeah. Argonaut Forget because we don't know what their hand is, so we're gonna keep Sleepy Maiden because there's no point equipping yet. So, yeah. That's crazy, man. Under Nibiru, guys. Under Nibiru. That's what I'm saying. We didn't shotgun everything. We went for the normal OTK line, but then OTK line says we're not summoning all our Link ones. So that's the beauty. He has Book of Moon. Let's put that face down. And we pass turn. During the end phase, you can add cards. Okay. You use 2 of them. It doesn't affect Argonaut at all. We can literally negate that if you wanted to. Oh. No. We negate the effects, not the activations of effects. Yeah. Let's negate that. No, thank you, sir. He probably has an engage in his hand, but he's just using it as potential bait, but it's fine. Oh, guys. He doesn't read. I'm unaffected. He doesn't read. Oh, no. What a waste of a negate. Oh, no. Unaffected. What a waste of a card. Oh, no. Afterburner. Okay. That's fine. Now here's the thing. Quick effect. Tribute the card, summon a Sky Striker from your deck. So even if I book a Moon, it's a quick effect, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't even make a difference because it's gonna get back the... Okay. Okay. Should I shotgun now or? I think let's just shotgun it because either way, like, he's gonna quick effect anyway. Yeah, so. Okay. Yeah, Afterburner might screw us over, but it will obviously if the field spell's gone, then it's gone, but okay. Oh, Raigeki, unaffected still, but still, we're getting follow-up with an enemy. We are still getting follow-up, guys. So look, we're gonna get our dive because remember we're looking at follow-up. So field spell, we can always get that in the grave. If it doesn't banish it, that's fine. Battle phase. Attack directly. Sky Strikers as a gimmick. Wow. Pretty cool, I would say. It's a nice control deck. I would say if you are a new player, Sky Striker is definitely... What? Shock Cannon? What? Shock Cannon? Shock Cannon? What? Okay. He's probably gonna summon my monster. DD Crow, okay. Okay. Dark again to summon. I'm so confused. What? Is he going for access code? What is he doing? What? Celine access code now? Huh? What? Oh, he has Veil in his hand. That's interesting. No way, he's just summoning access code just for the field spell. Okay. All right. This guy's wasting all of his resources. Wow. Wow. Field spell next. Dude, what are you doing? What? What? Are you serious? You just got rid of my equips, but I'm unaffected still. I can literally bounce back to the access code. What? Guys, I'm not even joking. This is mastering. No, I can't accept this. I can't accept this. There's no way this guy popped all my equip spells and tried to pop. Ugh, there's no way. Yo, I don't even know anymore. Like, what do I even do? Ugh. Okay, let's just evaluate here. So he has 2 negates, but I'm unaffected, so the best he can do is steal my monster. So I think, you know what the play is going to be? We're going to send back the access code with Argonaut. Because clearly I don't know what this guy is cooking. Because I don't want him to get rid of my normal summon. So it's fine. Argonaut has no equips anyway, so it's fine. I'm happily fine with sending her back to the hand. Unless I keep access code and I return one of these nonsense cards. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's get rid of the negate. Yeah, let's get rid of the access code. Let's see. Okay. So he actually reads. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so he actually reads. Fair enough, he actually reads. Okay. Let's see, what can we do? Oh, time. Let's see. This is just a bait. I don't need this card. Sea Angel I don't need. There's no way he's gonna take the bait on this one? No? Okay. Has to be a little bit smarter now with his negate, so I don't blame him though. Okay. We're gonna steal it, which is fine, actually. That's fine, because it's gone, so don't really need it. Or do I just go on? Yeah, no, it's fine. Let's do this. Let us do this. Banish an enemy. Because we have that line, so let's do that. Oh wait, where's my... Oh flip, my link 2s are gone. Oh flip. Okay. Okay. That's new. Let me just re-equip this one. Oh, there it is. There's my other link 2. I'm like, huh, what? Okay. Like, the guy has nothing. Okay. Wow. Okay. He has a shot cannon, but oh, this field spell. It's gonna give me so much advantage. Well, we might lose this, but I mean, still. I mean, I'm just shocked that he decided to do that play. I was like, okay, whatever. Huh? You banishing the ogre. Are you gonna summon it on your field? You just gonna... Sky Striker. No. Yes, that's good. Yes. Yes. Unless he's gonna activate this phase. Oh, that's not good. Okay, that's not great. The guy has nothing. Surely we can't lose from here. Surely. Wait, we have yeah, we have this. It's fine. Let's get this. Maxi. Do we care about Maxi? Yeah, we do. Let's draw and lock him. Let's draw and lock him. Let's do this. So it's fine. It also stops us from adding, but it's fine. What do we send? We can send Basilima. Okay, so we have options. Let's go. Okay, let's put back our cards in the deck, because yeah, we are kind of running out of extra deck options. Okay, nice. Let's do this. Add back. Get back this one. I've got everything except on awkward, yeah. But obviously it also hurts us, but it's fine. It's gonna hurt him more because his max is gonna be useless essentially. So it's fine. We still fine. Remember, we can still summon Argonaut, and then we can still prevent everything from. And we still have a normal summon anyway, so we still good. Let's equip this one. Let's get this one. And oh, hold up. 4,500. Wait a second, guys. Wait a second. We actually have lethal damage right here. Or do we? I don't know. Wait. Do we have lethal damage? Wait. 6,200. Oh, flip. We're 100 short. What are we missing? Oh, I should have special summoned. Okay, that's a misplay. I should have special summoned the whoa. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's my lethal. There it is. Okay. I was about to say, like, how is there no lethal? There's no way. Like, yeah, there's a link 1. Okay, cool. So I'm fine. Jeez, guys. Whoa. Sky Striker making me work here. But to be fair, they misplayed horribly. Like, that access code play was literally so bad. Like, how do you banish everything else but the field spell? That would be my first thing. If I'm playing against Marincess, their big advantage is the field spell. What's going on? You know? But hey, we take those. And remember, guys, we played under Nibiru. We still summon unaffected Argonaut. I think we did pretty good. If your deck can play Nibiru, then it's telling you something, right? So, to be fair, the opponent did misplay hard, but it actually didn't matter. Even if they destroyed our field spell or whatever, we actually could have come back still anyway. So, it really wouldn't have mattered actually too much. So, yeah. Interesting opponents, guys, so far. I must say, in the beginning, I was a bit worried, but yeah, we're playing well with the hands that we have. So, yeah, and that was going second as well. So, again, if our line gets stopped, we have alternative, and that's what I'm saying. If you learn 1 card combos or whatever, or 1.5 or 2 card combos, then what do? You know? Oh, this is terrible. You don't want to see double Pascalis because, yeah, that's not a good hand. I mean, we can still do something, but imagine now if it was what? Duelist Cup Bronze, by the way. Duelist Cup second stage Duelist for August and December. Last year, I assume, because obviously now there's been no Duelist Cup recently, so yeah. Why did he scoop? I don't know. I think Masquerade, that's what they do. They just say, okay, I don't have a good hand, so I scoop. What are you playing? Yep. He probably had a bad hand, which I suspect it's probably hand traps, or he probably had these, and you're like, no, I'm scooping. I don't have any plays here, so. Now I'm saying people want to go have good hands. Because you see, they memorize in their head, okay, I need to see certain cards in my hand and I can play. That's bad. That's bad. That's a bad way to approach Yu-Gi-Oh! You can't assume, okay, I copy a deck, I learn combos on the video, and then I just memorize that. No, you have to adapt. If the World Championship taught you anything, you need to adapt to the play. Yeah, bad hand. Yeah, I'm saying. Even us, you saw, we played with bad hands. We managed to put it off somehow, you know? So, doesn't mean that you can't play with the bad hand. I mean, cool. It happens, you know? Now I'm saying he probably memorized a combo. Okay, I need to see certain cards in my hand. If I can't play, I scoop, so. Ooh, wow. This is a hand. Beautiful. Lovely hand. Insane. Love to see it. Castillo Ogre, Maxi, Ash, Imperm, definitely Maxi, Imperm. You know what I'm saying? It's such good bait. I just love this card. Like, it's such good bait. It's such good bait. Normally that would be a blue tang Imperm, but it's fine. We don't really need Castillo Ogre's preparations trap. We don't really need. It's just bait. It's literally just Ash bait. Though it does turn off the effect to look at the opponent's deck, but that's fine. We literally want to go with our Marincess line, so that's the beauty of it. Blue Tang, since we got Sprinkle in hand, we can send, what are you gonna send? We could send Mazalima. Yeah. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Everyone will think we are playing Kashtira, so, okay, we Imperm, we good. Oh, I'm playing Marincess. Oh, flip. I messed up. There we go. And that's why we run Castillo Ogre, because if we don't run Castillo Ogre, then we're going to play into these Imperms and so on. So, yeah. Yeah, he's a bad boy from, yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much the bad boy, yeah. So he pretty much takes the fall for everyone else. So yeah, pretty good. Again, what was he playing? Kashtira. Now people are thinking, wow, why would Kashtira scoop? Remember, if they don't have any hand traps, which he probably didn't, he only probably had Imperm, and he knew, okay, Kashtira Ogre is going to look at his hand and banish stuff face down, so he's like, okay, I'm not gonna play this. Screw this, I'm done. Remember, this was twice now. Kashtira in a row. Adventurer Kashtira, and this one is There's also cashier, but not adventurer. This is like pure. So, yeah, pretty interesting. Okay, so we're 1 win away from master rank 4. Pretty good. Remember, guys, this was testing ourselves against different matchups, so I think we did pretty good. Despite people misplaying there and there, I mean, yeah, we did okay. I think so far, yeah. I mean, if you can get to master rank 4, at least that shows okay, we're getting somewhere. So, okay, guys. By the way, the next pack is coming soon, and I think we pretty much have everything that we think is coming, or not. So, there's quite some interesting decks there that are coming out. Oh no, wait. Valence. Ooh, Valence. You know what's funny, guys? If only we were going first. This will kill this deck easily. Pendulum. It's in the text. This shuts off everything. Yeah. I mean, we don't play Imperm, so this is good to avoid Imperm. This is very good. Very, very good. So Valence, if you guys don't know how it works, it's a pendulum deck, but not like your unique pendulum deck. It's all about moving zones, and if you move zones, it activates certain effects. So, but your best one is obviously this one. This is your best one. This is like your starter, pretty much. It gets you your whole play. So, Electromite, yep. It's not a pendulum deck without Electromite, yet it's a Metal Foes card. So, I hope they release Rescue Ace in the next pack. I really like that deck. The thing is, from what I saw, I don't think it's coming out in September pack. I think it's coming in the October pack. So I don't know if it's going to be full wave of support or it's going to be like a partial support. I don't know. But yeah, there are quite a few decks that were, were not well, that were educated guesses as to what is coming. So I think Galaxy Photon, that other support that was coming, that came with Cashier also in TCG and stuff, that's coming. A new ritual deck, Mikanko, that's another good one. That's it, pretty much it deals with equip spells, and yeah, it's a gimmick, but it's a ritual deck, trust me. And then Purely is actually a good meta contender. I think Purely and Kashira are like the two. I put them together because what's the thing they have in common? They have crazy boss monsters. So Arizard obviously is broken, but then they also have a nice boss monster which is unaffected by everything. If you have like 5 materials under, which is pretty easy to get because they are quick play spells. So it's like Runic, but without the banishing. Instead, it's more draw power, spinning cards back. How many quick play spells you have? It does certain effects in the draw phase. So Purely is going to be a pretty interesting deck, but it does lose to Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse. So obviously, if it's unaffected, then there's a certain card that you need to run, which is Herald of the Abyss or Xyz Encore, because obviously it's an Xyz deck, right? So that's another one I think that was leaked. I think that's the big main deck next to Galaxy Photon. I think it's the Purely is the big archetype that's coming. Ooh, they got this boss monster out. So this is pretty much a DPE. Quick effect, switch to locations. When it switches locations, pop cards on the field. Very quick. Yeah. Nice. So we pretty much have a good board to deal with. Interesting. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I know from what I've seen is coming in the September pack. Obviously, tomorrow is the whoa opponent. Whoa. Okay, so one thing about Valence, guys. The placement of the zones is very important. You could easily mess up the lines. So I think for the opponent, they messed up the line somewhere. And they're like, screw it, I'm done. So yeah, that was interesting. But hey, we reached Master Rank 4. and we get free gems. Love to see it. So Master 4. So you see, guys, consistently, last 3 seasons we've reached Master Rank 4. You know, but yeah, I think, I mean, look, we started the stream like this, with all these losses, but then obviously now we gradually learned, you know, how to adapt. So we had good opponents. Like, obviously this was a pretty unique deck. I mean, we easily could have lost to this, but we play around it. We know what's happening. We don't just let them cook. Obviously you have to read what they're doing, see what potentially they are playing, because obviously that's the nice thing. Well, that's not the nice thing, but that's the downside of Master Duel, because it's a best of 1. So it's not like you have a game 2 or 3 where you can say, okay, cool, because you're playing this deck, I know exactly what to side out or whatever. Because obviously best games out of 3 is obviously side deck involved. So it does add a little bit of a layer into how you side deck, because at least it gives you a chance to win the matchup at least. But best of 1, you get what you get, and whatever's in your deck is in your deck. So that's why I feel like even playing 40 sometimes I don't like it, but clearly now we're doing just fine under 40. So what is the test build I've been running? So here's the deck list. Quickly, 40 cards, clean. Again, I put cards in that I wanted to prioritize. So of course, hand trap lineup. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of hand traps, but I like to have at least some sort of utility hand traps. So DD Crow is a utility, and you guys saw how it was against Tillman. Yes, we did lose that game, but I think we played it to the best of our ability, because they only had 1 out, which was the El Shaddai window. Other than that, we would have easily won that game. And remember, they had Maxi. Remember that game, they had Maxi in their hand. They had drew so many cards. They didn't have good mills. They milled all their ashes. They milled all their Maxi. So it was actually useless. They had a very small hand afterwards. So I'm pretty happy with this deck was able to, you know, do something. Veiler came up. You saw that play with the Veiler on the Diviner, and then they tried to use the Bastille, which thinking that they're negating it, but it doesn't work like that. No. Joel and Lockbird, you guys saw that interaction against Punk, the Kashira Punk deck, where we used the Book of Eclipse and Joel and Lockbird, because they obviously added a card. That was a good interaction there. And also we saw it now against Star Striker, you know, so that's why I like Joel and Lockbird. So it's a cheap alternative to Maxi or Ash or whatever, because it's SR, right? Same with DD Crow, it's SR. Then obviously the Mauritius monsters, of course, 2 Mandarin. I love 2 Mandarin. Obviously, most people play 1. It's fine, but you saw now in that 1 game where I was explaining that the follow-up was very important. If we didn't have the follow-up, we wouldn't have been able to do what we wanted to do. So that's why I run 2. Most people run 1, it's totally fine. 1 Ash. Yeah, people are like, whoa, 1 Ash, what's happening here? And you can see it's not a crafted Ash, it's the one from the bundle, because again, I'm one of those free-to-play guys. I don't worry about spending so much money on this game and crafting all these URs, because remember, URs are quite a scarce resource, unlike SRs. As you can see, I have so much SR material. I don't mind crafting SRs and just dismantling them or whatever, but URs, you can't really do that, because how much of that? That's if I had to craft Maxi, that's 90 UR. If I had to craft 2 more Ash, that's another 2 UR. That's a lot of UR material, and I want to wait for future support to come in, because obviously if you open packs, you might get unlucky. So again, I rather spend my resources on stuff that I actually know, that I actually want to, you know, play the actual engine of the deck, not relying on, again, I have Maxi in my hand so I can win games. Maxi doesn't win games. You saw that Cinnamon player, his literally only out was Winder. If Winder wasn't there, I would have easily won that game. We used all the shufflers, everything. So just go show that Maxi doesn't really give you, like, you win games 90% of the time. No, you can still lose, because if your deck carries you, then you know. So yeah, 3 Seals, I think that's standard. 3 Blue Tang is standard. Now Pascalus, that one is optional. Most people play 1, most people play 3, most people don't run any of it. Yeah, so let's just strip out what like, so let's just, so yeah, so obviously everyone's seen the deck list, right? So here it is. So obviously the standard. So let's cut this. Let's cut obviously hand traps. We're not talking about hand traps now, so we're just talking about purely the Marincess package, essentially. So these are the ratios that normally people are playing in terms of the Marincess package. So let me just cut all of this. Yeah, cut this, and cut that also, right? Normally, from what I've seen on the deck list, this is what people are running. Some are even going one dive. I'm like, that's crazy. Why would you want to have one dive? That's like, you know, it gives you a lot of follow-up, because having one dive is very risky. Because it means you only can search once, one field spell, one dive, and you're done. There's no other searches. Then obviously Mandarin's fine. Lutang, Seahorse, Spring Girl, that's standard. That's the 9 cards you need to run. And luckily it's not expensive. Pascalis is subjective because, again, it's not really good as a starter because you need another Marincess monster, but the graveyard effect is so good. Playing one is very dangerous because, again, we're playing in a meta where your cards get banished. So having at least 2 is okay, you know. One field spell in some decks is okay, but I do like 2 personally. But again, I'm test building. So obviously test building, you see we're playing 1. So, and obviously one wave. Because again, you can search it, but the thing is, you like to see, if you can draw multiples of it, that's fine. So 2 is a good ratio. Some people play 3. Again, it's all about preference. And it's all about how comfortable you are with the deck. If you're comfortable playing 3, I see in TCG some people play 3, some people play 2, some people only play 1, which is fine. Remember, it doesn't mean it's like bad if you play 1. You obviously want to have more room for your hand traps and stuff like that. So in terms of the core, this I would say is the minimum. So what you see, these 15 cards, that's the minimum you need to run the deck to kind of hold its place. At least 1 Pascalis, but my preference is 2. Although I do have 3, but I don't run 3 because, again, the risk is you could run more of her, and then if you only have 2 Pascalis, then it's kind of bricky because now you can't do anything with the other Pascalis in your hand. So I don't want to see this card as often. So 2 is good. Okay. So again, this is the core. Then the same with the extra deck, right? So again, when you're thinking, okay, what's happening here? Why do you have 3 Blue Slug? Why do you have 2 Sea Angel? Why do you have 2 Enemy? Okay, so the core, again, standard. This is a standard. Normally, if you look at most decks, you will see the standard will have also Splash Mage as well. Splash Mage is normally, again, because remember, everyone knows the 1-card combo. 1-card combo to get Field Spell with Argonaut is using Splash Mage. That's the 1-card combo, right? So 1-card combo is Blue Tang sending Seahorse added back to hand from Blue Slug, and then Seahorse will summon itself to get Sea Angel. Sea Angel will add Field Spell. You use those 2 to get into Splash Mage because it's 2 Cyberus monsters. You will target a Cyberus monster, whether it's Blue Tang or Seahorse. You'll get your 2 materials for Coral and Enemy, which is generic, 2 water monsters. Revive back in graveyard the Splash Mage because it's 1500 or less defense. No, not defense, attack. Therefore, you can go into your Argonaut, 1 card link 4. You know, so that's the I'm saying that's the 1-card combo people are talking about. It's using Splash Mage, but my 1-card combo is essentially getting into Bubble Reef, for example. Like my combo line is different. Because my priority is not always going into unaffected Argonaut or just something Argonaut in general. Because if you look at the meta right now, then you see how many times Bubble Reef has come in clutch for us versus Argonaut. Argonaut is a very situational card if you have enough engine in your hand or extenders. So like that game against Sky Striker, because we got Nibiru, we still had enough extension in the hand to go into an Argonaut line. Otherwise, you would have probably stopped at probably the link 2 or something, or link 3. So again, it's very subjective. And also, the reason why I don't like Splash Mage is because it locks you into Cyberse for the turn. So for turn 1, it's great, but after that, it's not really useful. And my whole mindset is not to summon Argonaut turn 1. You know, yeah, Argonaut is good. I mean, I think Marines is one of those archetypes where, okay, you have options. It's not like Addict Nister where their end goal is to summon the Arrival Cyberse, the Link 6, or whatever. You know, like or Sword Soul. Their end goal is to have a Chi-Shao and a Baron de Fleur or whatever. Like, it's a standard linear deck, nothing crazy. But Marines has options. You could go Argonaut, you could go Bubble Reef, depending on the line that you have and also your hand. So it's flexible. But for me, Bubble Reef is just so versatile. He's good against pretty much every deck. It literally puts pressure on your opponent. Unlike Deco Talk with Heat Soul, which just draws a card, this card literally gets attack boost on top of it being unaffected through wave or through field spell or whatever, but generally through wave, and it just puts pressure on your opponent because as they banish, this card gets huge. Like I said, I almost reached 10,000 attack with this card, so it definitely do not. People sleep on this card way too much. And also, she also recurs your banished Marissa's monster, which is insane. If only there was a card where we could actually recover our banished Marissa's cards, that would be insane. Like Kashira. Kashira has a card that actually, on banish, it can recover your Kashira cards. So if only Marissa's had another card like that, that would be just insane. Like, because at the moment, we only have two spells. Have you noticed? If you look at the archetype, so here's the archetype in general. So we only have 2 spells. We have a lot of traps though. Why isn't there more spells? You know? What if we have a spell that, like I said earlier, where it adds a Marincess monster from deck to hand, like Salamangreat Great Circle? Or maybe there's a secondary effect, just like Dive has 2 effects. We can have another spell effect that has 2 effects, you know? But have more options. Because Sea Angel only has field spell or dive, that's it. Where at least Coral Triangle, in theory, can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 traps. 6 searches, pretty much. But other than that, there's limited spells. Why? Look at how many spells Kashira has. They have so many spells. Apart from what's, Kashira Birth and everything, but they also have other spells as well. So, they have the field spell, of course. They have the one that summons from the deck. They also have the one that summons from the graveyard. They have, what else? What else do they have? I think that's it. But they have options. You know, they also have other Kashira spells, but they're not really that good. So, give Marincess more spell cards. Because there's nothing wrong with having options. You see? So, yeah. So yeah, that's why. So back to the question. I see. I'm just looking at the chat quickly. Yeah, don't play Splash Mage. So the reason I don't play Splash Mage is because I don't think about going turn 1 Argonaut. Splash Mage is only good for turn 1. He's never really, or not. No, well, it's like Splash Mage is never really good going second or going for game or whatever, because remember, you are locked into Cyberse for the turn when you use that effect for the rest of the turn. So you can't even think about going into Zelantis. Zelantis is off the table. Once you summon Splash Mage using the effect, you can't summon Zelantis. So I'm like, I don't want something that turns off the option of going into Zelantis, because Zelantis is great for the deck. You know? So, yeah. Maybe I should try Pascalis. Don't really like the card. Yeah, I remember, ask most people, they don't like Pascalis. It's not really the best card in the deck, but it has its purpose. Every Marincess card has a purpose. You know? Same with Mandarin. People are playing 1. Why are you not playing 2? Because this card comes up in the grind game. You know? The same with where's this other card? We missed it now. Where's the other card? Basilima. This card is insane. People don't understand how good this card is, but people don't play it. Because, yes, apart from its searching different trap effect, If it's banished, it gets a monster 600 attack permanently, and it protects all monsters from being destroyed, which is crazy. So which monster that actually protects all your monsters, not just Marissa's monsters? The same with Marbled Rock. Marbled Rock protects your monsters from being destroyed from battle, and also you take no battle damage, and it's once per battle. You know, because when a monster declares an attack, so it's multiple times, right? So it's pretty insane. So yeah, and remember the effect of adding Marissa's cards to hand, that's the only effect that's restricted for once per turn, but this is not limited. So potentially if you have an unaffected Marble Rock and you have monsters underneath it or behind it for defense, it's pretty much a GG from there, you know? So again, very good card. Have you tried Marissa Circulation? So I did try it on stream, I think the other day, because I also tried the anime build, which is just purely all these Marissa's cards. Obviously not taking all of them, because obviously like the traps, not all of them are good. So only the two good traps that are actually viable is Circulation and Wave. The other ones, they don't really, like, in terms of the competitive mindset, they don't really do anything. Only Circulation has a nice effect because it can literally tag out a monster, which is crazy, because especially if you get impermed or destruction or whatever, you can literally just dodge it and then it's like nothing happened. So pretty insane. And because it's treated as a link summon, you can also get the effects when a monster is link summoned. So it's pretty insane. And also you can activate from the hand, which is most of the traps can't do, except for Wave and this one, I think another card. But yeah. Cool play, but hard to use. Yeah, I'm saying the Circulation is a very situational card. It doesn't come up all the time. But the nice thing is also, it also has a nice protection when you summon that monster with this effect, because it won't be destroyed by battle that turn. That's okay. But yeah, it's not like a card like Marissa's Wave, which is insane. If you have a link to or higher, which is just crazy because it makes all your monsters unaffected. Like, that's just like one of the most craziest effects you'll probably ever see in a card. Now, unfortunately, it's a trap card, but the fact you can activate this card from your hand makes it just so, it actually makes the deck playable. If Marissa didn't have this card, trust me, most people will not be touching this deck. I can tell you now, most people will not be touching it. Yes, it's a nice deck in general, but without that trap that gives it that protection, making your monsters unaffected, you know, not just your Marissa monster, any monster unaffected, that's insane. So I can make my Kashira Ogre unaffected, you know, just for having it on the field, you know, that's insane. So yeah. What else? Crystal Heart, again, some people don't run it, but again, best of one meta, you need to run Crystal Heart. You need to run your best options. Maybe in TCG, OCG, it's a bit different, but in Master Duel, it's a completely different format, you know? So you gotta run all your best options. So obviously running one is perfectly fine, because you're only using this to go into your Argonaut play or your unaffected play, essentially. So normally this revives that, and then you pretty much can go into any link 4 you want, and it will be a Towers effect. So yeah, that's pretty much what's happening with that. So normally this is the core, essentially, that you'll see in most decks. But again, for me, I like experimenting, because again, you don't want to just see, oh, everyone's playing the same deck over and over. Like, you want to see a bit of variety. So I'm kind of bringing that variety, like my own spice on it, my own take on it. So you'll find, oh, but now no one plays this card, no one, you know. Yeah, there's people, yeah, some people don't play Crystal Heart. They don't see it as, because it makes sense, because it's the same reason I don't play Splash Mage, right? It doesn't come up for me, so I wouldn't run it. You know, I'd rather run more copies of Blue Slug or an extra copy of Bubble Reef, because again, what's the meta we're facing right now? People are banishing your cards from your extra deck face down, so you want to have a second copy. Same with Zelantis. You don't want to only have one Zelantis, then now you screw, because for the game you don't have an option to board wipe. So the same, if they banish your Crystal Heart, that's not the most important card in your deck, but it's nice to have, you know. And people know Marine says they think, oh, if I get rid of the Crystal Heart, they can't go unaffected. Well, wrong, because you're gonna have your trap in your hand. So again, you have to play around quite a few things. So yeah, this deck is actually just it's as much as, you know, obviously some of the cards are not playable, like obviously this one, but this card actually, surprisingly guys, this card actually is quite good. But it's situational again, because this card is only good in the graveyard. Because it protects your it protects you from taking damage that turn with damage less than equal to the link rating of all your link monsters in your grave times 1,000. So if you have potentially, let's say, Coral Triangle, an enemy, and a link 1, that's what, link 3 plus link 2 plus link 1. That's 6,000 damage. Essentially, you can be nullified essentially. So if opponent's trying to go for lethal, the first 6,000 damage is not going to happen to you, which can come in some games, but it's situational. So yeah, I run 2 Bubble Rip because Kashira. Yeah, I'm saying the meta is changing, so now we have to adapt now. So we have to look at what cards are not actually doing a priority, because to be honest, Telement, like I said, it came and went. We used to run Abyss Dweller, you know, to obviously counter Telement, because if you could make level 4s, which we had access to, people are running level 4s so that they can obviously make Abyss Dweller. But now Telement is not as popular as it was maybe when it came out, you know, because obviously now it's not as crazy as it was before. So people are now playing Kashira. So Kashira is the new flavor of the month. And definitely when the new pack comes out, maybe you'll see more Purely, because again, people like playing new cards. So don't be surprised if you see Purely often. So again, we might have to adapt our gameplay slightly. We might have to run new cards that we never ran before, because we have to adapt to every meta. We can't just always expect, okay, we're going to be playing Sprite, we're going to be playing this. That's why you see, again, I was talking about utility cards. You have to have cards that be able to counter anything. That's why I like a card like D-Barrier, because D-Barrier can play in any matchup, any. Even if you're playing a deck that doesn't really use the extra deck, if you're playing a ritual deck, it's in your main deck. So you can counter Dogmatica, you can counter Mekanko when it comes out, it can counter so many decks, you know. The only thing it doesn't have is Link, I think. Yes, it doesn't have Link. So that's the beauty of running Dimensional Barrier in Marincess or any Link-based deck, because all the other summoning mechanics doesn't affect you, you know. Even Labyrinth, it doesn't affect, because obviously we know Labyrinth plays D-Barrier as well, but it doesn't affect us because Link is what we are doing, you know. So that's the beauty of it. So you don't have like a deck that loses to a lot of things, and I think that's what Marincess has going for it, because yeah, I don't know why people play Kashira. It's really mediocre. No, the thing is, remember, it's not the fact that Arizot is not there, right? The fact that Kashira alone is like, as an engine, is quite powerful, because it's a rank 7 turbo deck. It's like a rank 7 package essentially, and because obviously the effects themselves are quite unique. For example, Fenrir, right? It's quite unique. Where's this Fenrir? Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Kashira, where is it? Because the cards itself are like broken, right? So this card specifically, it's splashable in any deck, right? And of course, add that to, you know, Rise Heart, Unicorn. I don't even have Unicorn for some reason. Why don't I have Unicorn? I opened so many packs, I got no Unicorn, but I got a Royal Kashira Bird, which is crazy. But yeah, like it's not that the deck is bad. Obviously, it will be amazing when the boss monster comes, which is a Rise Art, but this was in a way the first wave of support that they got, and even then it was splashable in any deck, you know. The same like Punk. When Punk came, I mean, yeah, Punk as a pure deck was great, but as the engine is also even better. That's what Kashira is right now, you know. You obviously have seen Adventurer Kashtira, you've seen Adventurer Cybers, you've seen Kashtira Runic. You've seen so many variants of Kashtira because as an engine, it's good. Just like the Runic engine is very good, you know, but as a pure deck, probably not, because obviously it does lose to Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse very easy, and it relies on hard drawing the stuff. It's not as consistent because we're missing the key. It's missing its key cards. Like for example, the field spell. The field spell is not there, so they rely on a lot of like draw power to get the card that they need. But that's why people are getting used to the deck. They're getting comfortable with the deck because when the real cards come, it'll just be a streamline for them, you know. So yeah, because to be honest, as a pure deck right now, what is their best play? Zone locking. That's their best play that they can do as a pure deck. So zone locking is not really like crazy right now because obviously the Mind Hacker is still not banned, but I have a feeling when they release the Arise Art, they're definitely going to ban Mind Hacker because you saw now in the TCG what happened. People were spending money. Because remember in the TCG you have to actually spend money to get your cards. So certain cards were like expensive. Like people were playing triple Zeus and all that stuff because now they know someone's going to banish my card from my extra deck face down. Now I have to run an extra copy of a card that's already expensive. So it wasn't good for the game in terms of balance. So they had to ban the card because it was also way too toxic as well because people are spending so much money just to have an extra slot for a card that normally is a one-off. At least a Master Duel, you can say, okay, cool. You have extra copies, it's cool. There's no real cost to you, but in real life, it really was. So I think Mind Hacker itself should just not be in the game, period, because again, it creates a toxic environment. So some cards shouldn't exist. That's pretty much my thought on Kashtira right now. Even when Arise Art comes, trust me, I've seen so many clips on YouTube and whatever. Marincess can hold its own. The Kashtira relies on draw power and certain cards to combo off. If you don't have that combo, then they can't do much. They'll just do like a Rise Art pass, and that's it. One card, okay, Book of Moon, okay, cool, I can play. You know, so stuff like that. You know, it's not like it's impossible to play. The same way we all thought, oh, Tillerman is impossible to play. No, remember, Tillerman relies on luck. If the luck is not with them, then they can't do much. You know, you can play around all the negates or whatever in their hand, whatever, but it's fine. And at least now with Tillerman now almost phasing out of the meta, it's going to be interesting because if you look at now recent tournaments, let me just open Master Duel meta quickly. And let's see what's happening here, just to show you what the impact on the ban list is in community tournaments, because obviously it's kind of an indicator, but obviously you have to see what's going to happen in the rank ladder. But obviously in tournaments people are already using the new ban list. So if you look at the tailors right now, what is the best deck right now? Look at that. This is using the new ban list, guys. So using the new ban list, we can see which decks have now risen up. So you don't see Kashtira anyway because obviously it's not topping as many tournaments as it should, because like I said, as an engine it's splashing. Like obviously Punk Kashtira as an example, or even Kashtira Sword Soul I've seen, because obviously banishing, you know, synergy there, right? But look at Tillerman, it's no longer tier 1, it's now tier 2. So it's a mid-range deck, just like Despia. And we know how Despia has been ever since it came out, right? It's been okay-ish, okay, alright, but not crazy overpowered. And even with Branded Fusion at 1, Branded is still good, but it's not as broken like Dragon Link. Dragon Link had no bans, nothing like that. They're pretty much full power. So I think right now, before Arise Art comes and the other support, Dragon Link at the moment is the best deck. That, in my opinion, that is the deck to beat. If you can beat Dragon Link, then your deck can do something. And I can tell you now, Marincess can deal with Dragon Link. It can deal with Dragon Link. You just have to make sure that you know how to play your cards right. And I'm sure most of you guys have seen it on my streams before when I've faced Dragon Link. I've probably faced Dragon Link more times than I can count. And I know pretty much how they play, you know? what they call what they call combos are, what their choke points are. Just like how Marinsis has choke points, they also have choke points as well. They also hard lose to certain cards like D-Shifter, Drone and Lockbird, because of course they add cards. So, you know, every deck has a counter. Then the branded Despia, they don't like Ash, they don't like Argonaut because obviously Argonaut negates the effect. Sprite, okay, Sprite, you can say, okay, Sprite doesn't do too much. You'd be surprised. Drone and Lockbird, there's obviously Sprite Blue adds, Sprite Jet adds, you know. Dimensional Barrier obviously kills them because they can't exceed for that turn. They can only link summon and they can't do much. So just make Sprite Elf, Masquerina pass. That's it. Nothing much, nothing crazy. Sword Soul is pretty much okay. Rika, the problem with Rika, sometimes you don't know what to negate because they could have something in hand already, or you don't know when the line ends. Because they also don't rely on normal summon, which is crazy. And also people don't know what the deck does. So that's a reality of Rika. Punk, I think people know what Punk does. Punk as an engine, Punk as a deck, it's just good all around. And I think probably, in my opinion, this is just in my opinion based on what I've seen, probably the best way to play Kashtira is with the Punk is with the Punk cards. That for me, from what I've seen, is the best variant. Not the Adventurer, not the Cybers, not the whatever. Kashtira Punk is probably the best way because for some reason there's a synergy there. Because they already use rank 7s to get your level 10s easier. You can use them for disruption, you can use them for whatever, and it just works so well. So that's it. Thunder Dragon, oddly enough, you saw now, we faced it now early in the stream, right? It's actually pretty good, you know? If they get the combo going, because remember they're playing Bestials, and Bestials make it even more consistent. So yeah, they have also obviously have a good floodgate in you know, Colossus. That's why it's actually banned in TCG. Because obviously, again, toxic environment, non-interactive. So there's ways to out it, but now it's very difficult. We can't add any cards to deal with it. So you have to basically draw the out essentially. Then Adamantipator. So funny enough, Adamantipator can still play, but of course they're gonna miss Block Dragon. So that's the biggest hit. But I don't think it's gonna be going away too soon. Who knows? We have to see. Obviously, the ban is not implemented yet, but this is Master Duel, guys. There's no way a deck can die out just like that. Even the OCG, Telements is still playable. It's still playable. So it just goes to show that don't think because a deck has limited cards and whatever, it's still playable because it just goes to show how powerful the deck was when it was at its peak, you know. And who knows, in the future, whenever there's support coming, oh, add into this, add into this, add into that, add into that. That's how people make decks. That's how they find the meta essentially. They say, okay, oh wait, if we take this engine, add it to this one, and that's it. That's how Isuzu Telements was tier 0, because Telements on their own was okay, but they needed an engine to break the deck, and Isuzu did everything for that deck. So same thing, you know. Right now Kashtira is mixing the engine, but when it gets its own cards, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be the best deck in Master Duel to date. Obviously, when I say to date, obviously we don't have other cards, but like I told you guys before, we're still missing certain cards, like from the other packs that we haven't got yet. So definitely expect some meta decks to come definitely soon that might be an answer to Kashtira, because Kashtira again is not invincible. They are definitely beatable because there are outs to it. So yeah, that's just my my 2 cents on that. So yeah, back to, you know, what I was talking about. This is, like I'm saying, when you do deck building, you have to know what cards work with each other and what synergizes with the deck. So that's why I'm comfortable running Kashtira Ogre in my build, right? So let's just go back to the original deck list, because I know what works for the deck. Obviously, some people don't run Kashtira Ogre, it's fine. I'm literally only running 2. You could run 3, but I'm testing. This might be my deck for next season. I don't know, right? So again, always make sure you practice. Even if it's through simulators, other ones, not just Master Duel. Others. I've shown Edo Pro quite a few times on the channel. Create a deck, test it out, do some test hands, see your combos given a certain hand, how it works. Know the interaction that you can do with your deck. And then you go along like that. And then obviously you can customize like your hand trap lineup and your ratios and so on. So you'll see in this build there's no Nibiru. Okay, but I can guarantee you now, when the full power Kashira comes, there's going to be Nibiru incorporated here somewhere. I might drop a dive or might even drop this card, because Cineto never really came up. But I'm just experimenting, because I used to play this card with Marines as well, but then recently I haven't really seen the need to run it. Although it does have a nice Beerbat effect to recur your monsters back, but how often does that come up? So I might drop this for Nibiru, But for right now, I'm just experimenting. So again, that's just me. And yeah, that's pretty much the build that I'm running now at the moment. Just testing, because obviously we have to see what the meta is going to be like next season, especially with the new pack coming out. So yeah, I think we did pretty well this stream. We started off with some losses, but then again we adapted. We didn't just give up so easy. Okay, cool, because we knew certain hands were bad. Okay, we played with the bad hand. Don't be like our opponents who decide, okay, cool, they miscalculated, they impermed the wrong thing, or they were hoping, oh, okay, I don't have a good hand, so I scoop. Like even this one, they were playing correctly, but then somehow they messed up, so they scooped. They're like, okay, screw, I can't do anything. Like, look, all these last 3 duels, like, it was just a matter of mismanaging resources, and that's it. So don't think, oh, because now I have a bad hand, I can't play. That's bad, because you'll never be a good player if you can't play through bad hands. Because that's what makes someone a top duelist. It's not just, okay, because I've god tier hands every single time, because you have to adapt. And that's how I learned from the best, because there's no way I learned this on my own. Obviously, yes, I practice, but at the same time, I look at how do other guys play. How do they know when to do certain things at a certain time? Because you can't just shotgun everything. You have to be conservative. You have to see, okay, what your opponent's going to do, then you can follow. Because what happens if you go full guns blazing turn 1, they blow out your turn 2, and then oh, what do you do? Oh, okay, I have nothing. So I used to do it in the past. I used to just shotgun everything, and then I realized, oh, I have no follow-up. I can't do anything. At least now I know in my hand, in my graveyard, I have follow-up. So your play style becomes different. So you use my guide as like, okay, cool. You can learn the deck, but don't learn it like in one direction. Like, don't think, okay, if I see this card, it's equaling this and this and this. Yes, you can do it that way, but you have to actually know what do you do if you don't see a certain card in your hand. How do you know when to OTK, when not to OTK? How do you know? I met a guy quite a few months back when I had a specific section on how to OTK with just 2 cards. And that 2 cards will vary because, like I said, it depends on what's in your graveyard. It depends on what's happening on the field. With Koro Triangle in play, with the Link 4 on the field, there's different lines. But so long as you end on certain cards and you see certain cards, the OTK potential is there. That's why it's called potential. It's not like it's a guarantee. So obviously a 2-card combos are definite if there's no disruptions, but of course you can be disrupted along the way, so you have to adapt. As long as you know the line to get there. And that's the thing, most people don't know it, but it takes a skillful player to know it. So I had to master, okay, how do I ensure that I get this combo consistently? Just like with any other combo you learn, you obviously get some inconsistency. So, we just have to see how it's going to be. So, are you going to craft any of the new decks? I think I'm gonna craft purely. I don't usually play meta decks, but this one looks fun to play. Yeah, the thing is, I like to play decks that are number one, like a bit of a challenge, because, like for example, like I learned the only reason why, like for example, when Telemant came out, I never played Telemant before, so I wanted to learn why this deck was so good. And then obviously for a while I was like, yeah, this deck is actually crazy. But now I could have just said, okay, cool, screw everything else. I'm just gonna be playing Tears. The same with Kashtira. I'm picking up all these cards, and Labyrinth especially. All these cards I'm picking up because it's obviously an investment, because I want to learn how the deck works. Because you know what they say. To learn how to beat a deck, you have to learn how to play with it or play against it. So you play the deck or you play against it. That's how you learn how to match up that type of deck. So for me, I only play decks that I know, like it's gonna be a challenge, but number two is very rewarding. So like Marincess is one of those decks because it has good engine, very consistent when it wants to be, has a very powerful trap, field spell, good follow up, recovery, and it can hold its own in matchups. The new pack, like I said, purely I'll probably pick it up, but don't expect to see me now just playing purely, because I mean it'll be good to learn the deck, but yeah, I may or may not pick up early, but and again, you never know, right? Because I'm also trying to save my gems for things that are actually going to make a difference in my decks that I play. So one of the days I'm definitely going to be crafting from scratch when that support comes out as Super Heavy Samurai. That's definitely one of the decks I'm eagerly waiting to play, because that I already was playing Earth Machine before. And for those who know me on this channel, like I love Earth Machine. It's a pretty also good deck. But Earth in general it wasn't as crazy like Super Heavy Samurai. So if that support comes, definitely going to be playing that deck along with Marincess and any other deck as well. Maybe Galaxy Photon, but again, I'm not a big like heavy user on Galaxy Eyes and stuff, so I'm not too familiar with I know what the deck does, but I'm not like a crazy heavy Galaxy Eyes player. So I can't jinx myself and say, okay, cool, I know what Galaxy Eyes does, I know all the combos or whatever. But it would be fun to play it, or even play against it, so, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm saying we have to see what's in the pack, and then we'll take it from there. But if the cards are not, and also remember, guys, most of these decks, you look at the cost, because I always look at is it affordable to play as a casual free-to-play player or whatever. You don't even spend money on this game on very expensive decks, like over time you can get them, but some people want to play it immediately. Like for example, I spent almost 10k gems on building on the Labyrinth cards. To be fair, I probably wouldn't have done that if I was not even bothered about playing Labyrinth, but I wanted to, again, learn the deck, because that's what I would do. I would literally say, okay, cool, I want to learn this deck. It's a pretty powerful deck. I want to learn it so that I understand all the combos, so that when I play against it, at least I know what are the counters, And it's a nice investment, because obviously in the future, there's going to be more support. So you don't want to be missing out. Same like with Runic and all these other decks also. Like when Sword Soul came, people were investing in Sword Soul. People, no, I'm not going to play Sword Soul. And now they were regretting, oh, flip, I can't craft the deck because it's quite expensive. Now at least there's a secret pack you can craft it. Most of these decks are expensive. You want to play Runic, the pack is gone. You have to hard craft the cards. And you can check on Master Duel Meta. If you want to play a certain deck, it tells you how many URs specifically you have to craft just to play the deck. And some of them are quite expensive. So again, URs are quite a scarce resource, so you have to think about that when it comes to deck building. So Labyrinth, very expensive. Runic, very expensive. The engine, very expensive. What else? Branded is kind of expensive, but obviously now we're going to get Disenchant now with the Branded Fusion, but it's pretty much expensive. Sprite, expensive. I unless you pack the cards already, but I don't know. Now at Ignista though, I see the comment here saying, okay, I don't play Marinces, but dang, you make me seem like I'm intriguing with the knowledge. Yeah, that comes from playing it quite often, and you just know the ins and outs of a deck. So by playing it often, you just know how the power scaling of the deck is. What are your thoughts on that at Ignista? Are they relevant at all with new meta? No. So I'll say no, because the problem with at Ignista, it loses to a lot of things. However, at Ignista with Matmec, now we're talking something different, because remember, on its own, at Ignista, okay, yeah, one card combo gets your plays, but the problem is disruptions, you know? And I know we are also missing support for, you know, the Cybers, Code Talker, Firewall stuff. That stuff is pretty insane. So with Matmec is gonna make it insane. You know, put up crazy boards, whatever. So I don't think it'll be relevant right now, but they'll definitely be relevant in the future when that support comes. Because of course, you just need a few support cards to break a deck. Already Circular was the start of any Cybers deck in general, and I think this is a Cybers deck, so why not? You know, you have to use all the cards available. So maybe at Ignista, as pure at Ignista, probably not as great, but at Ignista Matmec, pretty good. And it will probably get better when the new support comes. So definitely going to be looking out for that. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. The meta will keep changing as new cards get added. But to be honest, guys, for me, like what I'm really excited for, like I said, is Super Heavy Samurai. When that support comes out, I'll definitely be running that, because that deck, literally, people will think, okay, is it like 10 cards? No, it's like 4 or 5 cards. I kid you not, it's literally like 4 or 5 cards that literally just break the deck, and I'm like, whoa. Overnight, it just became like tier 1 in the TCG and whatever, and it was topping tournaments and, you know, doing quite well. And the nice thing about that deck is that it doesn't use any spells and traps, which is unique. That was the entire gimmick of Super Heavy Samurai. It doesn't use spell and traps, but yet it still puts off crazy boards, and like Regulus, Apollo, USA, Baron de Fleur, like insane follow-up. Like it was crazy how powerful Super Heavy Samurai was, just because of a few legacy support cards. I'm telling you, man, I'm saying Konami know when to break a deck and when not to, so it's fine. When that meta comes, definitely Master Duel is going to be tier 1, if not, you know, top up there. I don't think they'll ban anything, because they let Telements last for so long. I mean, surely they won't let like that deck die also in Master Duel, because I mean, now, you know, we do have the linked one, we do have some of the things, so I'll definitely craft that deck. And luckily there's a secret pack already there for those specific cards, but of course they're probably going to reprint it when the new cards come. So that's it. And of course the other card we're still missing, we're missing one more Ice Jade card. One more Ice Jade card that will also boost water decks in general, because it's a free extender. It's, you discard a water monster or Ice Jade card. It's a level 7 tuner monster, can summon a token level 3, and you either have a Link 2 play or you have a level 10 water synchro. That's ridiculous, without even using a normal summon. And of course, Marince is going to abuse that, because you can discard a Marinces, summon this card for free, Link 2 play, and then enemy revive back the Marinces you discarded, and you start your plays without even normal summoning. So going into Link 4 unaffected is more consistent, and you have more access to resources doing other stuff. You can make even Gamir, you can make Chen Yang, you can do so many things. So when that card comes out, definitely going to boost Marinces. So definitely Kashira Ogres will still be in my deck, and then when that Ice Jade card comes, I'll also add it as well. Most likely it will be a UR, because it's so good, and it's fine, because that UR will be probably the only thing that Marinces will probably run in the main deck, because remember, the URs are in the extra deck at the moment. So, and you're only playing what? Maybe 3 or 4? So we don't mind playing, you know, URs in the main deck, because already you're playing hand traps in the main deck anyway. So if that card's a UR, I'm all for it. I don't mind. You know, so. But yeah, we've been chatting for a bit. I've actually, you know, just reflecting on obviously now where to go from here. So like I said, I'll say it again, the video on the compilation of never before seen gameplay for season 20, because obviously some of these games on stream, but obviously there are other games which you never saw, so that I want to show on YouTube. So I'm actually almost done editing part 1. So part 1 will go live on the 30th, okay, and then the last part, which is part 2, which will be post cashier meta, will go on the 31st, which is the last day of the month. If not, it might be September 1st, but I want to put it like as we've done consistently, so be on the lookout for that, because I think there you'll appreciate, you know, the gameplay that you're seeing. How does it fare against certain matchups? Some games going first, some games going second. Like it obviously, yes, your hand dependent on it, but also your play and your decision making is also very crucial. So you might say, okay, some players, why did he do this play? But it makes sense later on. So again, adaptability, very important. So that's the main aim, you know, taking a deck and carrying it to its ceiling. And it's almost there, but we still are working in progress on a consistent build. Obviously, yes, you can take out all these Kashira cards, you can take out all these deep barrier evenly matched, which we never saw. Only came up, I don't even came up once at all. The books came up, the prep came up, the wave came up, imperm, I don't even think I saw it. The dive came up, even the kaiju, I never even saw the kaiju. I hardly saw it, but again, it's nice to have in the deck, you know. So the hand traps definitely came. I saw that a lot. But yeah, but every card has a purpose. So even the Ash, I don't even think I used Ash once, I think. But again, for me, I see Ash as a brick, because it if you have nothing else, Ash is nothing to you. Like it doesn't. People can negate this, and it's like, okay, whatever. So all right. I mean, it's good for Maxi, but that's all. And obviously good for everything else. So other than that, you know, we're going to obviously improve on the deck. Now, of course, I was playing a 50 card build, so I might, you know, do that still, because I mean, again, I like having versatility cards. So instead of having one field spell, I like to have 2, because like we saw now, having 1 is a bit dangerous. Having 2 is nice, because you know, okay, you have an option to search later. Having 3 dive, because of course you want to ensure that you get some sort of play with your Marinces cards in case you have a bad like Azalima or Mandarin into your dive, then you should have a follow-up still, you know. And you're giving more search targets for your Sea Angel and so on. If you only have 2 or 1, then it's like, okay, what's the point? So, but yeah, guys, this has been a good stream. I might do another one. Either tomorrow. Yeah, I think I can do one tomorrow. If it allows. Otherwise, like I said, those videos will come out. If we don't do the stream. But yeah, I think we can definitely close out this one. We did pretty good. We managed to reach master tier 4. And I think I'll probably still keep experimenting offline. But yeah, I'm trying to prepare the rest of the videos to edit it and stuff. So it's, like I said, part 1's almost done. So just stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the gameplay, you enjoyed the insights, you know, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, so you can see more insights into different decks. Because obviously I don't just play Marinces only on the channel. Obviously, for those that have seen my channel and what I've done, I like to play variety. So like I said, I like to play Blackwing, I like to play any deck that's interesting, you know, that's accessible, you know. Heroes, even I play budget heroes. I don't play the full power heroes. I play budget heroes, for example. Like I sometimes play, you know, different decks. Even Super Quantum, you guys saw in the Duelist Cup. If you saw early in the year, that was pretty good when obviously the shooter cards was in. pretty good, I will say. I also play that time to time because it's a fun deck. You know, it's nice. Yeah, I like to play a variety of decks. I play Ice Jade also. But again, Ice Jade with the missing card is not really good, but when it comes out, it's going to be definitely good. But yeah, most of the decks that I used to play in the past, obviously they got power crept. But again, when new support comes, new meta comes, we have to see. So yeah, for those that have been here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for visiting the stream. I know you probably had other things to do in your day, but even just taking just 2 minutes to visit me and just to watch some gameplay, yeah, I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I always say I'm not like the best creator out there. Like there's probably better content creators out there, but again, I'm trying to do my own thing in my own unique way. So I do appreciate you guys for subscribing, for watching the videos, leaving likes. You know, we see that to show that we're actually doing our job properly, and obviously showcasing you the best content that we can give you. So please continue doing that, even as we approach the next season as well. You know, next month as well, very important. You know, more content on the way. Yeah, I actually like doing these streams now, actually, because before we were just doing content, but never actually got to interact with you guys. So it was either through comments or whatever. So I actually like the idea of bringing in streams, because again, I'm trying to diversify the channel. You know, we do a bit of shorts, we do a bit of, you know, regular content. You know, now we can now we do streams now. So very soon we're going to be just diversifying the channel even more. So yeah. So I really do appreciate you know, you guys obviously supporting me. Because obviously without you guys, I won't be able to do this. So yeah, really appreciate you guys a lot. And yeah, we'll definitely pick it up in the coming days. But yeah, just be on the lookout for those videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the comments. I'll see you guys, you know, those who are going to be watching the channel, other videos, it's fine. Leave a like, leave a comment, share it, you know. But yeah, we are on the path to greatness, but obviously it is not without the support of the viewers. So really, kudos to you guys. I'll definitely see you guys on the next stream. I'll probably do one tomorrow, but if not, I might do it on the weekend. I just have to see how my schedule is. I'm sure most of you also know that obviously this is not my main thing I do. Also, I have a regular job just like most people. So I let you just do this just for, you know, the content, you know, and obviously to share my passion for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because obviously this game brought me back to the game that I used to love as an anime, you know, enjoyer, you know, back in the day. So it's nice to have a game like this that brings a community together. So that's what I like about this. So yeah, pretty happy where we are now. And yeah, we'll continue to do the best content we can put out. And yeah, if you have any suggestions on the channel also, like say in the comments, like what you want to see differently. Do you want to add new things? You want to be more involved? Someone said earlier in the stream before it started, do you want to do duel rooms? Maybe we can do some mini tournaments, maybe get you guys involved. Yeah, you guys have maybe clips also you want to bring in. We can also introduce that into the channel as well. So like we have like community highlights, community clips, you know, we can have all those ideas. So just let me know in the comments, let me know what's happening, what are your thoughts, and then yeah, we'll definitely get that content going if you guys want to see it. But yeah, until then, wish you all a good night, a good day, a good afternoon, a good morning. And this is me signing out. And yeah, like I said, thank you much for watching. I appreciate you all. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done already. And we are out. Yeah, definitely dual room sounds fun. Yeah, we can definitely do that. You know, as we getting used to these streams, it can definitely be an option. So obviously it requires you guys to obviously participate. But yeah, it's something that we can definitely do in the future. So yeah, all right guys, I'm signing out now. Thank you. I'll see you on the next stream.